So, state of the MCU. How many of you guys are caught up in terms of all movies? You're probably
pretty much.
You're caught up.
You're asking me this question.
Yes, I have to ask the question for the goddamn. They don't know how caught up you are. I know. They don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
I have to pretend like I don't know.
So am I in my brain. How many movies have been out?
23.
2, 3?
22. Okay, I easily seen 20.
Easily.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only ones
So what I did was last year at some point between Infinity War and Endgame, I went back and I watched all of them in order up to that point.
Good job.
So so some of them I'd seen, and some of them I'd seen lots, and some of them I'd like never seen. Yeah, like I never saw like Thor: The Dark World, like random shit like that. And then of course like Guardians of the Galaxy I'd seen lots, but yeah, I'm caught up to that point, and the ones I haven't seen are Ant-Man and the Wasp. And I didn't see the new Spiderman
one. That was actually very good.
But
I was very skeptical about that, but that was actually very
Telling
good.
people.
That is a good
It was
one.
actually very good.
was it good? Okay.
People sleeping on Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah, it was dope.
I
I was one of those people before, but it's actually very good.
Yeah.
I must say.
That's okay.
I'm proud of that.
Because I didn't love the first Ant-Man.
I thought it was pretty good though.
I thought the humor was good.
Exactly.
I enjoyed it from the
It was a
beginning.
different pace.
It was.
okay.
I
I didn't pay to go see it. I watched it after when it came out on Netflix. I didn't
go on those theaters.
That was probably one of the few movies actually
wasn't that hype to go watch?
Because
I admit it got a lukewarm sort of reception when it came out.
Ant-Man.
Yeah, no one really.
Yeah.
who's going on Marvel Comics store and say, you know what, let's see what new Ant-Man's out.
Remember what I was telling you from the original
I'm
Avengers.
sorry, all the Ant-Man fans out there. We didn't mean it.
Well, another
Well, no, I fully meant. It's just I understand that Ant-Man has his audience. It's just
Hey man, like I was saying, in the back of the 1990s, he had in the original Avengers. I was telling you, Ant-Man was the leader.
That's when he was cool though.
Yeah, that's right.
That's when
do
he
you
was cool.
do you
That's when he
guys?
was Giant Man.
Well,
Not the little.
You feel me? That's when he could squish people, not be squished. You feel me?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But did you guys know this whole story? I don't know if you guys followed this at all, but so huge director Edgar Wright, and basically, so he did the movie Shaun of the Dead. He did Hot Fuzz. He's like probably one of the he's like one of the top like comedy directors working right now in Hollywood and stuff. And he's so basically he was signed on initially to write and direct Ant-Man. And he actually said at the time, he was like, this is the best script I've ever written, I think. He's
really?
Like, yeah. And he's like, this is going to be a really good movie. And he got taken off the project. Marvel took him off the project. So fans of Edgar Wright were coming in being like, oh my God, this is so exciting. Like this, amazing director is going to come in and put his stamp on the MCU. And just for various reasons, he it was just kind of this thing of like, probably he didn't want to fit his vision into the MCU, So it didn't end up happening. A lot of people are really raw about the version that exists of Ant-Man now because it's like, oh, it could have been a film by this great director, He actually gets a co-writing credit on Ant-Man, though. Yeah, he actually does.
So then he still has his stamp on it.
Kind of. Because it's co-writer, you don't really know what ideas carried over and what didn't. But
So with that being said, we're obviously here to discuss the more prominent topic, which is the state of the MCU.
The current state.
The current state of the MCU.
Yeah. But I think we should get the elephant out of the room and discuss the Spider-Man situation. That is...
Well, that plays a lot into
right now, and I know people want to hear.
It does.
What
That's literally the
they really want to know what we think about the situation. So, it's all over the internet right now.
I am not sure how informed everyone else in the group or in general.
Well,
I was reading a bit about it.
I read articles on it. I watched a few videos, so I feel like I've learned as much as I possibly could in terms of that situation.
There's trust me, every hour something new.
Yeah, I know, but what I mean is like, okay, like a lot of outside people is not gonna they're still not gonna know the exact details of the contracts and what exactly happened in that meeting to make things fall apart.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. So in terms of, I think I'll just fill in for those who probably don't know the finer details.
Sure.
I'll probably just fill in what has been going on.
Yeah.
Behind the camera, I guess I should say, or off camera, because it's a whole heaping pile of mess, really and truly. So what happened, and I guess this is sort of a story time. Marvel and I shouldn't say Marvel, Disney, because realistically it's not Marvel Studios doing Disney. The negotiations, which honestly they probably should have left it into Marvel Studios' hands, but we'll get into that. So yeah, initially Disney and Fox got to the negotiation table to discuss obviously the future of Spider-Man and their collaboration. The deadline, I know for a lot of people it seems like it's a random date. It's not. This was the original schedule. They were supposed to meet at the negotiation table around this time, which was a couple months after Far From Home, to discuss moving forward, obviously. And the original contract did say that there would be no future signs prior to this negotiation. So basically, although they went on to say that there was going to be future Spider-Man films
Spider-Man
and John Watts is going to be involved, nothing was actually set in stone. There was no contract signed for that. It was a proposal, so to speak, for the next contract. But this negotiation stage was kind of crucial for them to make that decision. So, met at the negotiation table. Initially, what the first contract, I guess, details entailed were that Sony would produce and fund the film, and Marvel Studios would provide resources in that they would handle costume design, a couple other things. I think it was like locations and random things. Things
also have a lot to do with the split in the profits.
Yeah. So I was I'm getting
that's
to
a big thing.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. So with that being said, so I kind of wanted to break down what everyone was contributing, because it's very important to understand what everyone was giving towards the project to understand why the split and the numbers became such a big issue. So essentially, Sony was funding the film. Marvel was providing as much physical resources as they can, or as much as Sony needed. And in return, Marvel Studios would receive 5% of day one profits, which is basically 5% of what the box office makes. Right? That's weird that they negotiated that as the first contract, because that type of deal is usually left for actors, to be honest, of like really high calibers. So you would have like your Brad Pitts or your George Clooney or your Denzel Washington. Those guys could make deals like that because you know what I mean. They pull in the crowd. So they most times most times when they go under contract, they're like, listen, I want 5% of this. But anyways, so Marvel was receiving 5% of the box office sales, as well as the profits on merchandising and the retail sales. So the toys, the posters, T-shirts, whatever physical merchandise that they were selling, Marvel Studios was making the profit off of it. Sony was gathering the other 95% of the box office sales, right? And whatever comes from the home release and whatnot. The negotiation meeting that happened, I guess, is it a couple days ago now, was basically to discuss Marvel Studios receiving a bigger cut from 50 from the box office numbers. They proposed 50. obviously Sony declined.
Obviously, come on,
right?
That's
Sony declined, and it was not a situation where it was okay. All right, maybe we'll drop it to 45. Okay, maybe no. It was like we're sticking with 50. Sony was saying no, we're sticking with 50. Sony said, fuck you guys, I'm taking my character until you guys learn how to handle business.
Well, I have two. So I kind of heard a different side of this though, because I was reading about it today. Well, I mean this. I don't know if this is a spin.
I think I know where you're going.
I don't know if this is a spin, but this is kind of because Sony kind of released a statement themselves, where they were like saying like, okay, so well. Yeah, it seems like they were more saying, coming to it from the perspective of Kevin Feige is not going to be involved as a producer, directly, and that was their reason for kind of not being as involved.
So, let me tell you why that's BS. And I'll call that BS out from the get-go. That is a heaping pile of PR bullshit. Okay? That makes absolutely no sense. Kevin Feige was not at all present, nor was he a part of the negotiation table. He wasn't even in the discussion. He had no part of it. Yeah, that was between Disney execs. What's his name? God, Kevin Feige's boss. Can't remember.
Bob Iger?
No,
that's
the one guy right below. I can't remember his name. But anyways, it was between him and the execs at Sony that had the discussion. Kevin Feige wasn't even in the room. He wasn't there. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. The reason also why I'm calling bullshit on Sony's Twitter official statement. Twitter. Imagine that. A big ass company like Sony making an official statement on Twitter.
That's nowadays how it fucking works, though.
Exactly.
No,
but that's how it is now.
That's really how it is.
That's disrespectful to
the president.
The president, he
puts out official statements.
He's an idiot.
He's
an idiot.
But
so
still,
but his Twitter.
You're not wrong at the same time.
Think about it. His Twitter statements are more relevant than his press statements, and that's true for Sony and big companies too.
What does this world come to? Where Twitter?
But that's the fucking world we're living in now.
Come on, man. Anyways, what are you saying?
So what I was saying is, I know a lot of people are, well, me being one of them, are just honestly just disappointed by both parties in this situation. It's because I think they both handled that situation poorly. Immature.
Absolutely.
That to me,
that's
another interesting perspective that I heard from this is that, obviously Sony's sort of pulling back on the deals and trying to work things in their favor and stuff. And what I heard is that Disney is basically using their huge power and influence to shift the narrative. Because publicly, people, of course, don't want.
Of course.
Spider-Man to leave the MCU,
and
right?
That's the thing. So publicly, everyone is going to be against Sony. Because it's Sony.
But my point is, Disney orchestrated that.
But it's Sony. Did they? Exactly.
Yeah.
And Disney has the leverage because Sony's pulling the power move. So they're like, okay, we're pulling the character. Obviously, everyone's eyes are going like, yo, Sony, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
The thing is, it's a natural power move to pull in any negotiation. For example, Disney and Fox. Fox was considering selling to Comcast. You remember? They were like, the Disney deal is gonna fall through. They're gonna sell to Comcast.
I don't think anyone believed that deal was.
It's a con offer. It's natural. Again,
it's a
power move.
Power move. Exactly.
For sure. It's business. But what I'm saying is, yes, it was somewhat of a necessary power move. Okay, I wouldn't say necessary, but in the position that they were in that negotiation table, that was probably the only solution that they had at the moment. Was it a smart one? No. Did it need to get to that? No.
You're saying Disney, or you're saying Sony threatening to pull? Yeah, gotcha.
That was probably because I know the execs at Disney. I know the execs at Sony. None of them are gonna back down from their initial pitch, I should say. Right? So I knew it was going to be either an all or nothing situation where they came into the room and they're like, okay, this is what we want, and the other team is like, yes, or it all goes to shit. Which sadly it took the latter. But yeah, so I kind of knew the situation was going to end up a little sticky, especially when Marvel Studios demanding so much more money. But this goes back to what I was saying, right? In regards to them both being wrong, 50% is way too much.
Yes.
I'm just go out there and say that. That is ridiculous.
That
First
is.
of all, come on, Disney.
I wonder what their motive
You went
was.
from 5% to 50%.
That's a big jump.
5%. If Sony agreed to that, I would call them stupid.
Yeah.
That's a big jump.
I would honestly call them.
But you see, the thing is, even with that, you realize no one's still seeing that part of it. They're still seeing Sony as being greedy.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. So because Sony had to pull the move. If it was the other way around.
What's sad about this whole thing is that it's not mutually beneficial for either company.
No.
The way it went down.
Of course not.
Right?
And they both know that.
And what's sad too is that it's how quickly it disintegrated into just nothing. Like, I feel like negotiations should have continued a lot longer.
It is going to.
You know what I mean?
It's the problem.
I feel like it's ridiculous that they just come to our stupid decision like
Yeah.
that. Like,
But where are we at now? Where are we at
here's
now
the
with this? And like, I mean, do you honestly think Spider-Man's going to be out of the MCU?
I say no.
No.
I don't think so.
Here's
either.
the thing.
it's not beneficial for either company. If that
It doesn't
happens,
make
No.
sense.
to be honest.
But here's what I'm thinking, though. This is the other side. What I'm thinking is, do you think Sony, because of the film they made, Into the Spider-Verse, they won a fucking Oscar for that, right?
Yes,
like,
they did.
like, do you think they have a bit of a swelled up sense of pride now?
I think honestly,
like they're
I
a
think
little
they
bit,
did.
yes.
yeah, like
because
do you not think there's this feeling
Venom
of like
was a
yes,
success,
exactly, yes,
and Into the Spider-Verse was a success as well.
Yes.
So I think Sony's believing like they know what they're doing now.
yeah, there's this
To
idea
the
of
point
like
where they don't really need Disney and Marvel
See,
Studios over.
yeah.
And it's not like Spider-Man can be a
I think
standalone, right? They can definitely mess
exactly,
around
yes.
with that. They can
I think
really-
they,
No,
I think
I
they
don't
do
think
know.
they should.
I think they do need
No.
MCU,
No.
but the point is, they have a feeling of, oh shit, we can do this
We can do this
ourselves.
our
We don't
own,
need
yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
So-
Sony. If that is the mentality that Sony's in, and I know they are in that mentality to a certain degree, they need to get out of that headspace.
Oh, of course, yeah.
right?
Because people love Tom Holland.
I know you guys are saying that
Yeah.
they could make a Spider-Man standalone film work now. I don't think so. I'll
No.
tell you what. No, people are now familiar with him integrated in the MCU.
No.
There are kids who started on Tom Holland's Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's true.
There are kids who only know Spider-Man interacting with Iron Man and the other heroes.
Well, can you imagine if we see a trailer? It's like another fucking Spider-Man origin
No,
movie.
that'll drop.
fucking
That'll
horrible.
drop.
That would be
I was in the
dumb.
I
mindset.
would like go. I would not go to that out of protest.
That's
Because
the
the
thing.
bad thing
Oh,
is
would you
now,
watch that?
I'm
because-
so fucking sick
You see, the,
of a goddamn Spider-Man
that's
origin
why.
story.
That's another reason why I said this is not going to be beneficial for
Yeah.
anyone. Because if Sony decides to start making standalone Spider-Man films, they're going to have to go back.
They have to go back and
They're
Yeah.
going to have to go all the way back to Uncle Ben getting killed for
No.
the millionth time.
Yeah.
But they have to go back, and it's like
here's
Spider-Man's
the
gotten
thing.
this far.
The
you know?
way that they're making it seem and the way that they're approaching the situation, which is that's why I'm calling them both idiots at this moment.
No.
Because the way that Sony's approaching the situation, in that you're keeping Tom Holland. If you're pulling the character, pull everything out of the character.
Yeah.
Pull the actor, pull the director, pull any connection that you have
To
to
the
that
MCU.
universe.
Yeah.
Get rid of it. If that's your move, that's how you want to play. Fine. Okay, we'll be hurt. You know what I mean? But at least we know there is no loopholes or plot holes where we just end up in this cringy area of like
Oh god, where Tom Holland has to like work in a completely different.
Tom
Right?
Holland is now in San
Universe now,
Francisco,
yeah. Right?
but
Yeah.
for some reason would not get a
You
call
know- no,
from
but you
his
know what?
aunt.
You're right, exactly.
come on.
No, but you know what they really
you
should
won't
do.
know who Tony Stark is all of
No.
a sudden. Like,
Like,
you know, it's
no,
really
just
dumb.
Yeah, yeah.
start
Yeah,
it
that
over.
would be really
You're
dumb.
starting it over.
No, but
Yeah.
like so, you know what
But,
Sony
like,
should
how many
do?
times are we going to be through this? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
But again,
Yeah.
they
I-
don't have to tell the same story.
no, they
No.
don't.
But this goes to
Marvel
my point.
didn't.
No, but this is what I was going to say. You know what Sony should do if they want their own Spider-Man franchise? They should make a sequel to this and follow Miles Morales.
Miles, yeah, they might as well.
Literally, just make animated Miles. Like that was a fucking great movie. Did you guys all see Into the Spider-Verse? Like,
Yeah.
it was, in my opinion, it's like the best Spider-Man movie ever made. In my opinion,
I was about to say it took me way too long to watch.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm glad you finally got around to it.
When I watched it, I was very, very pleased.
Would you guys not watch another sequel of that? Did you not love all the characters in that movie?
Of course, I would love.
There you go.
A sequel of that.
That's what I'm saying. That should be their fucking franchise.
But my thing is going back to the whole
And they don't need Marvel.
When it comes back to the negotiations.
Yeah.
It's like it doesn't really make sense when you come to someone with that kind of outlandish deals, thinking legitimately that they were gonna accept it. Like, first of all, they're not idiots. Second of all, you're stupid for putting a character that's literally leading the next generation of the MCU into whatever you guys have planned.
We're also I'm gonna get into that.
Disney,
too,
they made a phone.
That was so
Can I tell you?
dumb. It doesn't make
So
sense.
when I went to see Endgame, I saw it in terrible circumstances. I went to see it, like I was going with my friends, but it was like, day after opening day kind of thing, but there were no tickets, and I bought my ticket last minute, so I'm in a theater alone in the fucking front row of the theater.
Jesus Christ.
But
Staring up.
anyway, I theater, but I enjoyed the movie. But it's just funny because I remember the row behind me, probably like 14, 15-year-old girls. You know what I mean? Like, and it was funny because all they cared about was Tom Holland. They were into the movie, but when they were talking a lot, and anytime Tom Holland was on the screen, they were like, oh my god, like they loved him and they loved that character. And I'm like, wow, I didn't even realize the degree to which people love him as that character,
Spider-Man,
and they love that character.
But again,
that's my point.
They're both idiots.
They're fucking up.
That's what I'm saying. It comes back to that roots.
Idiots.
It's stupid. I don't know why you'd come in like that. Coming with 5%, going to 50,
First of all,
15.
But that's, I think, their feeling is like we saved the character.
Yeah,
exactly.
I think that's what they're seeing it as.
Here's the thing.
That's crazy.
This is why, again, I call them both idiots. Sony Pictures, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Let's exclude the gaming division. Let's
Sony
exclude
Pictures.
whatever other the music division. They're all fine, especially the gaming division. They're fine. They're good. Your film division, on the other hand, is
spotty.
Honestly, I wouldn't even give it that. It's struggling. As great as your last 2-3 movies did.
Well, I think her name is Amy Pascal, and what's interesting, I think she's the kind of one who's like the head of the Spider-Man brand, right? Yeah. But she's been the head since the Andrew Garfield series.
Here's the thing.
Since Amazing Spider-Man. Because she also did, especially because she also did Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
So
she's okay. She knows what. Weirdly enough, she's the one.
She's the one who's
that
like pushing.
Knows
for it, right?
what they're doing. It's the other executives, the people that are above her, that are making the stupid decisions in Sony.
Yeah,
that's where, because she is the one that made that deal with Marvel and Kevin Feige happen in the.
She's
first
the one
place.
who right.
And I would always give her credit for, even though she was a little bit of a loose cannon, throwing a sandwich in the poor man's face and shit. But that's what I'm saying. These negotiations never go smooth.
Yeah.
Right? They never go, because just for Homecoming, just for that negotiation between Civil War and Homecoming, all that happened. The whole sandwich in the face, storming out of the negotiation room. All that happened.
Wait a minute. What happened? I didn't know a sandwich was thrown in the face.
Yeah. So I didn't know this. Sony and Marvel met to negotiate Spider-Man's future, and Kevin Feige proposed his idea to Sony. He was actually present for that one, and they thought that he was, integrating him a little too much into the MCU, and they were like, listen, man, we don't know if we want to, keep having you guys, have the rights to these characters. Like, we might want to use him, like, in the next 5 years. So, like, be cautious. And Kevin was like, all right, sure.
When you guys see what I do,
exactly, he was pretty much.
You'll be on board.
Yeah, he was pretty much being very arrogant with the situation, not in a bad way, but just saying like, nah, you're going to change your mind when you see what he does in regards to like connecting with the MCU. So she was just not very pleased with their initial idea, but then she ended up coming around to it. Which is obviously great for us, but so that's how that whole situation happened.
So she threw a sandwich in Kevin Feige's face?
Yeah, she was just not having it.
Wow, I didn't know this story.
Like, you know what? You seem hungry. Here's a sandwich.
That's fucking hilarious.
But again, that's just to show
Wouldn't
you.
it be funny to see that?
I know, right? Actually, I would
Maybe
not want
Pascal
to be in
throwing-
that.
No, but I would, but I wouldn't. 'Cause
Right?
I'd want to see
The level of tension. Because you.
Yeah.
to have it devolve to a sandwich being thrown
Right?
by grown ass men and women throwing a sandwich. Yeah.
Knowing Kevin Feige, he probably just like took it and he was like,
Yeah, I feel like he'd just be like, okay,
Alright,
wow,
alright,
a sandwich just got
alright.
thrown in my face. Okay.
all right.
Well, then-
we'll talk tomorrow.
But then with that said, as you
Yeah.
can see, there's clearly a lot of turmoil when it comes to these negotiations.
Yeah, there's
Well,
always
what-
going
no.
to be.
But like with that said though, how would the MCU look like if
Right.
hypothetically
Spider-Man
if without
going
Spider-Man?
Spidey.
Oh, we're getting ready to get into this because I got beer. That's why I was waiting because I was like, now we have to discuss.
Well, the thing is,
It's not the end all be all. It would hurt, obviously. but,
they
you know.
put a lot of stock into Spider-Man potentially being the next leader of the Avengers going forward.
Yeah.
Oh man, don't be so
So-
well, you could say the next goddamn Iron Man, which is
Yeah.
what I did I not complain coming out of the movie. I was like, dog.
Yeah, I
They're putting too
wondered
much
why
on it.
too. They're putting so
Yeah.
much on a character
Yeah.
that was
Come on,
essentially on loan.
That's
basically.
basically. I mean,
You
this is
know
a
what I mean?
horrible reference, but like that's basically saying, you know what? I'm sharing custody with this kid, but I'm gonna buy him a mansion. On the off chance that he's gonna like me more as a parent. You feel me? Like that's where you're going with, bro. You're putting basically your future investment, saying I'm gonna give you all this equity,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you could probably just run away with your other parents, and I get nothing. That's basically what the situation was.
Is it fair to also use another example in regards to whole Ms. Marvel and her lack of getting support from?
You mean Captain
MCU.
Marvel?
Captain?
Excuse me.
He loves
Cap-
going by the original name.
I
by
do.
the way. He's like,
I do. I'm
This
sorry.
is saying to be
Captain
clear,
Marvel.
to be
My
clear for
apologies,
the good
Seth.
people.
My
listening.
apologies, people. They're gonna comment that in the section. But it's all good. I'll
it's
give it
mu-
down.
yeah, that was a while ago. She
That-
was yeah.
yeah.
But yes,
But you see how so my point is that she was supposed to come in as the one to take down that the whole spiel.
Yeah.
But she was not. I was one of those people who did not receive her well. I think it's just the actress. I don't know what it was for me.
Yeah.
But again, to your point,
yeah.
you
Well,
put
to be
all
clear, though,
to
be clear though, because people are gonna lose their shit over you saying this, it's you thought the actress was miscast. It's not about Miss Larson's topics regarding anything.
Any
Oh,
middle-aged
particular.
white
no,
male.
no.
Okay.
About we have no opinion on that whatsoever.
No, we're not even
none,
gonna
none.
touch
I'm not
that
gonna touch
topic.
that.
No,
Yeah.
I just want to make sure because
I'm glad you clarified.
People are gonna
that,
call
yes.
you a fucking incel or something.
Got you. I'm glad you
But
clarified that.
but
you
no,
see
you-
what I'm getting at.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So here's my thing.
Yeah.
With that whole
Spider-Man.
Captain Marvel and them relying on Spider-Man situation.
Yeah.
At first, I was not for the idea of them putting that much of the MCU's reliance on Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Especially before they struck a solid
long
deal.
term.
Yeah.
I mean, he
You
should
think-
be
you
should be
think.
relatively. I feel he should be relatively younger. He should be ground level. You know what I mean? Like, and Homecoming did a good job with that. I think.
Exactly. See,
But yeah.
exactly, and after coming from Far From Home, I'm like, they really must be sure that they're keeping this guy
Yeah.
to put him in a position where you have him basically picking up the role from Iron Man.
Yeah, man, that's so
Wow.
big.
I mean,
But see, it is kind of a
big
power move in a way
shoes.
too.
It is a
right?
power move
because it's saying, oh, if he's out of the MCU,
some
people are.
would actually
there's gonna
argue
be knives and
that
pitchforks.
That was Marvel's.
Yeah.
That was their power
Oh,
move.
yeah,
that was
exactly.
them saying, "Hey,
I wouldn't be surprised.
It's
Too
public
late.
opinion. But it's manipulating
Exactly.
public opinion, right?
Exactly.
And
It's
by the way,
saying-
spoiler alert, y'all, they literally gave away his identity and everything. So you want to know how the hell this guy's going to be.
exactly."
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
I was shocked. I'm like, yo, we literally left the theater. We're like, yo, I don't know where. I don't know what.
Have you read a Spider-Man comic where like that situation? I haven't.
I haven't.
To be honest, the only times I ever known where his identity was revealed was when he revealed it himself.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I
And
remember.
and that was cool.
That's
he was
what I
comfortable.
know.
But I
Yeah,
must
I don't know
say,
much
the
beyond
fact that
that.
they had the original, Jameson,
James.
that made me, I'm like,
Of
yo,
course.
Spider-Man. I'm like, yo, that's my guy right there. That's my G. I was so happy to see him, yo. I just had to say that.
Everyone was happy to see him.
Oh man, that brought warmth to my heart. But anyways,
but yes,
yeah, you see the point.
With Spider-Man being the, I guess, sort of the leader of the new school in
for the next generation.
Yeah. There are contingencies.
Right.
Yeah.
And obviously, Kevin, like I was telling you today earlier on the phone, Richard, I was saying Kevin Feige already has the next 10 years planned.
Yeah, probably.
We don't know about it, but he has it.
Yeah.
Easily. And he anticipated a situation like this.
Well, that's what I say. Like, you can't be in a position where you're in this company, in this sort of business, and you don't have contingency plans when you know you're always in negotiations with other powerful companies. Like, it would be foolish to think that it'll always go your way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, like, to the outside people who don't know the ins and outs of how these negotiations go, most people are going to be disappointed. A lot of people are going to be shocked. But I'm pretty sure a lot of these guys, they're not shocked that this happened. I have to believe that they have contingencies of how to go forward without Spider-Man. I'm pretty sure. But
honestly, I also don't believe, I really don't believe that Spider-Man is actually going to be out of the MCU. I don't believe it. People are because Disney knows. I think at this point it's just a matter of working out how
the finer
much
details.
Yeah, being stupid.
I think they're going to go back to the drawing
Sony
board
might publicly say they're going to pull out or imply it.
And here's the thing, and I keep telling people because I've talked to a couple, I guess, casual moviegoers that are obviously concerned about, they're hearing the news and like freaking out. I'm like, listen, it's gonna take at least 2 years for this situation to be okay. I shouldn't say at least 2 years, max 2 years. I should say, sorry.
Yeah, max.
Because
because that Disney Fox deal was going on for a few years, right?
Yeah, probably around
before it was actually finalized. Like
probably about
from the time
3 years.
From the time we heard about it first, to when it was finalized.
I know, it was
about like a 3-year gap.
It honestly,
a long 3 years for us nerds, man.
It was a 3-year gap, so we were waiting for that to happen.
But yeah, so I knew that the situation, for one, I knew going into the negotiation deadline that it was going to be rocky. I didn't know it was going to be this rocky, but I knew it was going to be rocky. I knew that it was going to be at least...
sorry to cut you off, but it just goes to show how bad hubris is in these companies, because they had the chance to right then and there. You're not telling me you guys are used to making negotiations. You're telling me that no one could have come up with a proper solution to that?
When I tell you,
come on.
When I tell you, no, dog. When I tell you,
these people are throwing sandwiches in each other's faces, weird, man. Like, no, but these are not mature.
Obviously,
they're not mature people.
That's just what I'm saying. Like, you guys, we all know when we're talking. When we're meeting with people regarding business, it's all egos, bro. As much as we like to say that we're humble and we're honest in the to be honest, we all have egos.
We usually only humble at the start.
If you're in the entertainment industry,
it's
you have an ego,
and also at a certain level in that industry. You're talking about people who have access to multi-million.
Come on, bro.
They're not used to being told no. They're
exactly.
not used to yes,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So they're already with that mentality going in.
Two people right at the top.
You're having colossal. You're having two colossal egos collide in a situation that they knew from initially going into it. Knew was going to be rocky. They had hopes that it was going to go smooth, but they knew it was going to be
That's how sandwiches get thrown in faces.
That's
how sandwiches.
Am I wrong?
But no,
I'm like fixated on this detail now. I'm like, that's crazy. Fascinating. That fascinates me.
What was crazy was that she went on the Far From Home press tour with them.
Oh. Yeah, no, things seem cool now. No, I was very interested to see that too.
I was like, I wonder how the off-camera conversations are going.
But they must be cool now.
They have to. They have to.
Right? Like,
they have to. Yeah, listen, I'm sorry about the sandwich.
How do you walk past that though? That's what I don't understand.
You know what? It's okay. It actually tasted pretty good.
I mean, when you make billions,
That's
I
what I
feel
find,
like
yeah.
it's very easy to overlook.
You get over that.
One
man.
sandwich, right?
$1.
Dollars, you know.
They probably hired someone to wipe that off their face.
Yeah, man.
Guaranteed.
Kevin's probably pulling out $100 bill to wipe it off his face. I was like,
no man.
Yeah, don't worry
Well,
about it. But yeah,
Yep.
you know,
It's not-
so good.
No, I was saying, well, there's not much more we could talk about that. We could only
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I guess it's all just speculation.
There's a big thing that I wanted to talk about quick,
okay.
all right?
Go ahead.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I am a huge, when I say huge, I'm a huge X-Men fan. Okay? They brought me into the MCU, all right? So, now that Disney owns Fox,
Yes.
the possibilities.
The possibilities. So now I think we're getting into a little more of the positives.
Speculation.
Of the state of the
speculative, you might say.
Yes.
Yeah, because let's be real, the Spider-Man whole situation was a downer.
It was
you know
a
what I
downer.
mean? It is going to be over. It's going to be resolved, people.
I think I think in a year or two, as you said, I think we'll be seeing a lot of different.
Yeah, don't treat it like it's the end of the world.
It's not
Is
the
what
end
I'm
of the
saying.
world. I think there's a lot that has
Could always happen.
still.
I think honestly, I think anyone who's like crying doom about that situation right now is playing right into Disney's hand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To be honest, and like I said, I was fucking furious. I was furious.
Yeah.
I woke up that day.
Because the idea of it makes you furious. It's like Sony being a sore loser is the narrative.
It was just a shitty
That's
day,
Disney's
man.
narrative,
and it was
though.
supposed to be a good day for me. You know what I mean? I was looking forward to Gamescom. I was looking forward to all my exclusive stuff.
True.
I woke up, half the Amazon's on fire. So I was like, well, goddamn. Holy shit, no one's talking about this? Why? You know what I mean?
Well.
And then a couple hours later, I mean, it's obviously way less relevant. But, like, as a nerd and a comic book fan, this news breaks, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding? Are you
They're
serious?
taking Senpai Spider-Man, too.
Yo, but anyways, it's gonna be resolved. If it doesn't get resolved and he is pulled out of the MCU, it's not the end of the world. It's a disappointment, but
It is a disappointment. There's a
we can survive. There are
But
other characters.
I don't fucking believe it. I do not believe it.
I don't think it'll happen, to be honest. I don't think so either.
Yeah.
It would be really stupid for them both, and if that is the end result, that would
Someone's gonna start throwing sandwiches, and it ain't the executives.
They're both gonna lose a
It's
lot
the
of
fans.
fans. Let's just say that. So I hope they're prepared for the consequences. That's how petty they want to play. Fix this shit.
Get your shit together.
Exactly.
Marvel.
That's for the both of you. Stop. You need
Sony.
a fucking timeout.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you guys?
Right? But I figured now we
Yeah.
could actually talk about the timeline
Yes.
for the things that we know for sure is on the
Sure.
horizon.
Let's get in. You have the timeline
let's
in front of you?
pull it up.
All right.
Well, did you want to talk any more about X-Men first? Maybe you pull that up and then.
To be honest,
yeah, I guess it plays in.
I guess we should probably talk about this
What we
first.
know is coming.
Because X-Men, the way they're setting up the X-Men and the Fantastic Four and the rest of the Fox properties is that situation will most likely take place in Phase 5, which is after the 2-year phase that we're having coming the next 2 years. So to build up to the X-Men and the Fantastic Four situation, because dog, I'm not gonna lie, we're on the same boat.
Yeah,
I want to see.
Can I finally see Wolverine in his actual suit?
In his actual suit, thank you.
My goodness,
man.
To be honest, Wolverine is my number 2 favorite Marvel hero.
Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you. No years.
Thank you.
Number 2.
Sure.
Yeah,
for sure. He's up there. I don't know where he is on my list. To be honest.
He's number 2 for me.
For me, he's dancing with number 1 and 2.
My problem is I never got to read a lot of Wolverine.
Oh, you haven't?
No,
Wolverine
I was too young. It was really violent.
Wolverine is fantastic.
He's
anyways,
it's really fun. But yes. So like I was saying,
so you want to talk about each thing individually? And
So we'll just go through. We'll go through what they showed off at San Diego Comic-Con. With the whole Hall H panel. We'll go through the lineup for the next 2 years. We'll talk about it individually, and then once we get to the end of it, I believe Thor: Love and Thunder is the last part, and then we'll go.
Leave the best for last.
Oh, to be honest, I was telling him today too.
Yeah.
I was reading I was reading Thor: God of Thunder.
Yeah.
Where you were?
Yeah, man.
I told you it's good, right?
Holy shit! If that's what they're going
It's
with,
the one with Gore, right?
yes,
I
the God
told you, it's
Butcher.
fantastic.
We'll get there. We will get there in that conversation. But yeah.
Yeah.
So the very first thing I think was a Black Widow movie.
Okay.
I'm really excited
That's
for
coming
that.
out.
That's gonna be freaking
that's
sick.
I'm
coming
really
out
excited
May.
for that.
Personally, I'm a little disappointed it took them this long to have Black
Yes.
Widow.
Naturally.
That's
Yes.
true.
Yes.
I agree.
I figure like she has been an original
True.
Avenger from day one.
Yeah.
She was there since Iron Man 2.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I'm disappointed with you guys, and I will put it out there. Marvel Studios, Kevin Feige. I know I don't say it often, but I am disappointed with you with this one. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at it, and I'll tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
And I know a lot of people are mad because it's coming out now and not like maybe 5 years ago.
Yeah.
or
Honestly,
even
can I tell you
longer.
what?
to be
Even,
honest.
even
I
if
learned
this was
some-
like a phase 3, I would not have known.
Yeah.
Here's why I'm not mad at it. It's because of what the story's telling.
Oh, yeah. I think we're finally seeing what
Oh, you know what? I got a shout out actually.
Are you talking about the villain or the
No. Where
the young-
she and Hawkeye always talk about
Budapest.
Budapest.
Yes,
Yeah.
We're finally
Yeah, we're gonna learn about
exploring
Budapest.
Finally
Fucking
learn.
Budapest.
What did you
I-
guys do in Budapest?
I'm
Like
ready.
I'm saying, if you
I'm
go
ready,
to
I wanna know.
space,
To be honest, I'm not gonna
Yo.
lie. I didn't really want to know
No, I
wanna
know. I agree.
I'll tell you why.
I agree.
because
I feel like we might be disappointed.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
no,
what
but that's a whole story
It'd be
point. It's a
goddamn-
storytelling thing, right?
Listen.
It's that when you don't fill in the details, it like leaves your imagination open.
Yeah.
what I don't
Right?
want
Yeah.
is a Nick Fury, Captain Marvel situation
Mm.
where this motherfucker lost his eye from a cat.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all made it seem like it was such an intense thing in Civil War. Last time I trust someone, I lost an eye. It was a cat.
It was a cat.
It was a.
Or it was a demon.
Bro,
cat.
I
don't know what
It's
that
a
thing was.
subversion.
I got
Andon.
You
so
could've
mad,
done anything-
but you know what I
anything
mean.
else,
I
yo.
don't want it to be that where
Well,
it's like,
the thing is, the way I see it is, these two were traveling
yeah,
in space for
Yeah.
the first time in their lives, and they still brought up Budapest.
I know. So it
I-
has to be something.
gotta
Budapest
be
has to be very interesting.
I actually think,
Emotional
I think,
and yeah.
I think what Budapest may be and what it seems like from what like just the little hints they've been giving throughout, I think it's probably the first time that Clint gets converted. Or Natasha
Well, no, it's the
gets
opposite.
converted.
Yeah, I
sorry,
think what
Natasha
you know what
gets
my guess
converted.
for what it is. Yeah, is that Natasha's some sort of like badass assassin.
But
Yeah.
she was. Yeah.
He's coming to
Yeah.
execute her
Exactly.
on behind Shield basically.
Yeah.
And then he's going to convince her to be like, join the good fight.
Exactly. But that goes back to why I'm not I'm not entirely mad at as to like when the movie's coming out and what.
I have to tell you something crazy though. Sorry. Sorry. No. Okay, actress. I'm gonna shout her out.
Yeah, just kidding.
Florence Pugh is her name. She was
Florence
in the
Pugh.
movie The Falling. And she was
Yes.
The Falling is this crazy art house movie by Carol Morley. I'm shouting it out because it's a fucking amazing movie.
There you go.
And the blonde girl who's like Maisie Williams' like friend in the movie. She's gonna be in Black Widow.
Oh, she's gonna be
Yeah.
the young. She's
Yeah,
gonna be the young.
she's gonna be like her. Yeah, like
the young
her-
Natasha or young
I don't know
Black
if she's.
Widow.
I know.
No,
You know what? Is it that, or is it that she's like? I think it's advertised like she's some sort of partner or the one who's gonna like take over.
Yeah, take over the mantle.
Yeah, take over the mantle, basically. Yeah.
so,
So,
yeah,
it's very cool. I'm super into that because she's a great actress.
She
So.
is.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yes.
But again, that goes back to
Yeah.
why I'm not necessarily mad about it coming
Being
out
out
now.
this
It's
time.
because of
Yeah.
what the story's telling.
I guess I
Is
should.
it-
Yeah, I think they're
Because-
gonna make it relevant.
Because
guess.
I feel like if they tried to introduce that whole idea of a younger Natasha back then, it would have felt like they were already getting rid of her character.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like for her to still have that much of a story arc and then sort of foreshadow this new person taking up the mantle, I
Mhm.
feel like it would have been a little too early. So I guess that's why they waited until her arc was sort of done, which is kind of what they did with everyone when you really
Yeah.
look at it. They made sure Hawkeye got his final whatever, even though he's getting the TV series, which we'll get to.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm actually not mad about the story it's
No,
telling.
I guess not. I one interesting thing I did learn that I think is actually really
Mhm.
just interesting to look at the context of all the Marvel movies for the last while is apparently I'm forgetting his name. Someone will fill me in. I will hopefully fill in on this. But basically, the guy who Kevin Feige had a boss who was above him, who kind of had a lot of control for basically from when the MCU started to about 2015, 2016. Yeah. So for example, Kevin Feige wanted a Black Panther movie right from day one.
Yeah.
But they sort of didn't allow it to happen until this guy left, because he didn't want certain choices. Apparently, he's very conservative. He had very conservative views. So that's why that's why a Widow movie didn't happen, apparently. Because everything after after Civil War, basically.
Actually, no, I think it was after Age of Ultron. It was when he left.
I think it was even later, to be honest. Well, yeah, it was 2015, 2016, maybe.
Age of Ultron was 2015.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. But so basically my point is, even at that point though, some of the choices were still things that were already in development and in pre-production and stuff. Whereas I think around we're sort of, I guess the point is really around 2017 is when we really started to see the Kevin Feige choices that he put into development back in 2015 kind of be executed. So that's when we got Black Panther. And the point is, it's more daring choices and also not such safe choices, and it's choices the fans actually want. And
Kevin Feige is a bold man, and I like the choices he
makes. Yes. My point is, what I appreciate is that now he's got the fucking keys to the kingdom, and he doesn't have this guy over him telling him you can't do that, right? And they've proven that they actually can pull it off, and if anything, thrive,
Exactly. So,
because my point is, this is how we also got the shitty Thor the Dark Worlds and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Disgusting.
That's why Marvel's gotten better, is because that other guy's out.
Thank you, Ragnarok.
Yeah. Fucking, I love Thor Ragnarok. Thor Ragnarok, it's honestly one of my favorite MCU movies. It might be. There's certain days where it's number one for me.
Really made it. Yeah.
I really, really love Infinity War too.
It really
Ragnarok.
Ragnarok definitely redeemed itself. 1,000%. It was from 0 to 100.
I'm sorry. I cannot put it over Civil War. Winter Soldier. I cannot. That movie was.
Winter Soldier's really good too.
It was, and the fact that it's such an early phase movie too. It was phase 2, no?
Yeah.
Yes,
you're right.
It was
phase 2.
Man,
I think it was released in 2015.
I'm sorry,
2014 or 2015, I think. You're right, 14, I think. Anyway,
see, I was not a huge Cap fan.
Me neither.
And that movie made
a lot of people.
Me too. Yeah.
I was like, who is this dude?
No, I got dragged to that movie. I had no interest in seeing it.
It wasn't about the first one. The first one wasn't about the first Captain America.
Oh my god, we got all the way back to phase 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes. Let's keep going.
No, it's kind of good that we're on Cap, because the next thing is Falcon and Winter Soldier. That's the next thing. So
that's something I'm looking forward to seeing, because I want to see the mantle.
What do you guys think of the fact that it's a TV show?
I was about to say.
Yeah. You guys prefer that?
I'm fine with that.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that. Really?
Not.
Okay.
I'm not. I kind of
prefer a movie.
I kind of prefer the movie. I feel like. Don't get me wrong. A TV series definitely has potential. It can definitely fill. No, it's just I feel like it'll be stretched to me. I don't know if how much conflict can those.
I actually like that it's a TV show for one reason.
Yeah.
One thing that TV shows, I shouldn't really call them TV shows as much as they used to, but shows now, they bridge a gap. So you would watch a movie, but you're not going to have anything for a while. Whereas with a show that's coming out consistently, you're going to have you're going to have some food to eat every minute. You know what I mean?
We have to remember that all of these shows and movies are now all connected.
And they're connected.
Yeah,
right.
That's actually
they're all
point.
going to be, you know what I mean, leading into each other.
Yeah, so you're going to, after you watch Widow, you know what I mean, you're going to have Winter Soldier and Falcon to keep you along until the next big movie comes on. And I think that's kind of their plan, is to sort of
for sure
keep that momentum going, instead of having one movie and then you have to wait 4 months for another movie and then you have to wait a year for another one after that.
That is a good point. I guess I was thinking it from the standpoint of how much storyline between those two and the whole battle between who will take the mantle of, you know what I mean? How much
it's going to be minor.
Well, I guess we'll talk about the story in a little bit, but Calyx, you're saying.
Well, I was just going to say, for me, of all the series, the probably this is the one I'm least excited for.
Really?
Just because I love the characters, but I just feel that I guess I feel like it's honestly the other ones just seem way more weird and out
sure,
there and
fun.
100%. Whereas this one, I feel like it's gonna be that serious kind of spy action thing, and I think people will love it, and I think it'll look really good and it'd be great. Just for me, it's just like I feel like I've kind of seen that. It might be a little more boring.
You're not overly excited.
Compared to a Loki series where he's like going through fucking multiverses and whatever the fuck WandaVision will be.
Timelines, So
I'm way more interested in that.
Loki is more exploring time.
Yeah.
The WandaVision is mostly exploring the multiverse.
Yeah. Like that shit I'm so into, but we'll get to that.
Exactly.
But
so
that's just me.
So you stated why you're
I like that it's a TV show because I love shows. Shows kind of keep me going.
Exactly.
Oh yeah,
so,
it's like
show that's
10-12 hours of content as opposed to.
I've literally been converted. I saw it from the standpoint of storyline. I didn't consider like timeline because we've all experienced shows where you stop and you're like, yo, you're waiting for who knows how long.
Exactly.
And
no, but you know what? You know what they're doing though? Again, Disney. We're all gonna fucking have to buy Disney Plus.
I was about to say, so we're all.
They've got us. They've got us.
It's kind of obvious.
Yeah.
They got
what did I tell you that?
They've got us.
When knew that though.
When they announced the first time they announced the Disney Plus thing, and I saw they just showed a glimpse of what some of the shows may have. Even, and I'm not even just talking about the MCU, but like the whole Disney catalog, the whole Pixar catalog,
the whole Fox catalog.
They're bringing back Proud Family, man.
Bro,
what?
They're bringing back Proud Family.
Yeah, man.
I didn't know that.
That's amazing.
Shit.
I'm telling you, like they have
listen.
basically all of their past content, like all the 90s animated Disney movies.
Oh fuck, they're gonna bring Recess and all that shit.
They're gonna milk everything, bro. They own us. I can't. They own it.
So I'll finally be able to watch Fillmore after all these goddamn years.
Can't beat them, join them, yo.
Right?
I don't give a shit.
Alright, so let me say why I think, why I guess I'm excited for the Winter Soldier and Falcon show. Quite frankly, there's a couple reasons. One, they brought on the combat director from John Wick. I'm just gonna say,
yeah, they know what they're doing.
Their fight scenes are gonna be.
Bro, I'm sorry.
I did not know that.
That alone,
shit.
Just I was like, you know what?
Winter Soldier, like combat hand to hand.
Well, it's gonna be like Winter Soldier,
They
definitely need to. But that caliber,
do you understand the level of fight coordination that show is gonna be? Come on.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be like the best action series.
Think about how grounded John Wick's character is. He's human.
Yeah.
Think of what he accomplished.
I know.
Now think of that bro. That is first reason.
Very good point.
Second reason, they're bringing back Zemo.
Oh yeah.
They're bringing back Zemo with the mask.
With the mask. Now
that's gonna be dope.
I like that choice because this was my issue from the initially. I was saying, no, not with Civil War, just with the whole. I was saying, just with the more, just with, I guess, what's his name? Sorry, Falcon picking up the mantle of Captain America. And I was saying, his comic book was okay, but there was a decrease in the level of strength in terms of the villains he had to face because he was still a regular guy.
Exactly.
He never got the super soldier serum.
Yeah.
Right? So his level of... to be honest, during his Captain America run was dealing with a lot of espionage.
Yeah, espionage and B-class.
Really. So he wasn't necessarily fighting the big guys.
That's why I say, I still...
You know what I mean? But again, which is why I rather them take it in a show.
Right.
Because Falcon as Captain America is not someone that can take on sorry to quote Spiderman Far From Home, an Avengers level threat.
No, he can't.
On his own. He can't do that.
No.
You know what I mean? So
unless you want it to be one season.
Exactly. To keep it grounded.
A tragic season.
Right? So to keep the character grounded and to keep us interested in using a human character like Zemo who deals with more of a psychological and mind manipulation tactic.
Yeah.
I thought that was brilliant because
he is,
he's great, man. So I would like to see the dynamic of Zemo playing with their minds maybe playing with their chemistry as a team, because let's be real, at the start they're probably going to be working together, because at the end of Endgame they were fine and they worked together since Civil War basically. So I feel like there's obviously going to be some messing with the dynamic there and stuff like that. And again, my third reason I guess would be just the fleshed out story.
I think their individual relationships with Cap is definitely going to cause some friction, which will cause some good dialogue.
Do you think they're going to bring Chris Evans back to cameo?
Probably.
I think so.
Yeah, I think it's possible. I mean,
I think if it's a time travel related adventure. And then he's
I don't see why not.
To be honest, they might keep him as the old version.
The old version. Yeah.
They might have him cameo as the old version of Cap.
I was about to say.
Because he was a prominent figure in the Falcon Captain America run. Right? I think he was the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. actually.
He was?
The old Captain?
Yeah, remember he was still wearing the Captain America suit and shit.
Yeah.
But anyways,
I don't think he's going to be that.
No, not that level.
This one looks like he's going to take that arthritis medication.
Yeah, for sure.
Bro,
exactly. I'm pretty sure he couldn't get off that bench.
No,
he was chilling there.
He had a happy face, but was like, shit, Loki, I can't move.
Exactly. But no, so those are probably my three reasons for me being excited about that show.
I think it's gonna be a great one.
Yeah,
especially the John Wick.
Great combat. Exactly, great combat, great story, and great villain.
All right.
I have a feeling it's gonna be the most critically acclaimed and consistent show. Yes. I just feel that in my bones.
Sure.
But yeah.
What's next?
Moving on down the list.
Eternals will be coming out after that. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Eternals, but
I feel like they're not.
Not as much as I should.
Probably not.
I feel like they're not. So I guess this would probably be up to me and you in terms of explaining our excitement for it.
Yeah, because they showed them barely in the cartoons I watched. They had them as very small, cameos at times or small arcs. Yeah. Nothing crazy. So take it away, y'all. Take it away.
Go ahead.
So I think I'm probably one of the few people that actually know in detail what the storyline behind the Eternals are. Also, their storyline was never... The original storyline of the Eternals was actually never finished.
Okay.
Yes, because they weren't very successful in the beginning. So it's weird. Their origin story literally has a cutoff point that never was continued, and then they just ended up showing up later on in other issues.
Yeah.
So the reason why I guess I'm excited for the Eternals movie is mainly because of the doors it opens.
You mean for a cosmic universe?
Yeah. Well, yes, and also the doors it opens in just a storytelling standpoint. The whole premise of the Eternals, and I guess now I have to kind of go into a little bit of a backstory for them. Mm-hmm. So the Eternals were created by the Celestials, who basically decided to play a random game of
mutation.
Pretty much. Literally, they were bored one day and they said, "You know what? Let's just mess around with this Homo sapien race. Let's just split them Let's just split them into 3 species and see what happens throughout time." That was literally how the Eternals were created. Okay. So the Celestials split basically the human gene into 3 separate parts. They had the original human gene, which was what the regular humans went on to grow into, and then they created what's the word? Omnipotent versions, yes. So they then created these 2 omnipotent versions of the human gene.
Okay.
Yeah.
So these ever-present, ever-existing versions. One,
the Eternals,
was the Eternals, who were seen as the good.
They're good. They're perfect.
Exactly. They're made to basically look like gods. Their features are all perfect.
Right.
They have sculpted abs and what I mean, modeled god-like beings. And then there were the deviants, who are the sort of bad guys, evil, slimy looking. They were born with mutations and different colored skins. So basically, there were these 3 factions of humans. Basically, the Eternals were a little more peaceful. Obviously, the deviants were brutal as hell and born with violent natures. So they were obviously warring for the the deviants were starting to they were trying to rule the humans, and the Eternals were basically the humans' protection. So they were basically playing who can save the humans or who can have power over the humans for eternity. The deviants ruled for most of it, chasing a lot of the Eternals off of Earth, which is probably why they're not very present now.
To be honest, the Eternals, I'll probably rank them with Asgardians in terms of...
Exactly. Yeah.
They live long, they have superhuman strength, and they have powers and abilities and all that jazz.
Exactly. So it's pretty much those characters. But the reason...
go ahead.
I guess the reason why I'm bringing all of that up is that there are a lot of characters that we don't know...
Well, they did bring in Hyperion in Avengers Assemble. They had him
like
as a big, big villain against them too. He's a freaking beast. But anyway,
do we know who is like cast? In this movie at all?
I don't know the full cast.
But like anyone interesting?
Angelina Jolie.
That's random.
She is.
Jesus, I'm forgetting all of their names now. God damn it! Can you pull up the cast list for me just to go over? But what I was saying is,
go ahead.
What we did, I think, what a lot of people don't know about the whole Celestials and Eternals and Deviants story is that
Richard
a lot
Madden?
of Richard Madden.
Nice.
As well.
The King in the North,
right?
For
a time. No, he'll always be the King in the North. Right? You know,
Wolf.
Goddamn wolf.
So yeah, a lot of people don't know that there are a lot of characters who are already existing in the MCU that have connections to the Eternals and the Celestials.
That's cool.
For example, Thanos is a deviant.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Which a lot of people don't know. So technically, we have already been introduced to the Eternals in the MCU. Right? And I'm pretty sure he's going to be in the Eternals movies. Maybe in a younger version.
Yeah. Also a reason I think Thor's character is kind of kept. Because he actually encountered the Deviants quite a lot himself.
Right, yeah.
So, I mean, he's probably not going to be in the movies or anything like that, but it just goes to show the direction that the MCU is actually going.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, just going back to my point, I just think I'm mostly excited about the Eternals movie, surely based on the doors it opens and the amount of stories they're going to be able to string off of it. The amount of characters and just villains and
a lot of new people.
There's a lot of people they can pull in with.
I don't know if this is still true, but I heard that Taika Waititi is in charge of the Marvel Cosmic Universe.
I would honestly...
any of the cosmic side of things.
I know he's Thor, for sure.
He's like... but I just heard at the time that apparently he got this title, whatever it means.
It's the first time I've heard of that.
I don't know. I feel like it, because it blew over, no one says it anymore.
To be honest,
it's not true,
it could be something that is placed in, like... the underground scenes of the MCU's runnings. Like, they've probably established that, listen, if you're making a cosmic movie, just make sure that you talk to this person and this person. Keep continuity, obviously, but
I'm all for Marvel getting weird and cosmic and crazy.
This is why I read more Marvel than DC. Sorry. To all the
DC fans started the flame.
But for me,
why?
For me, I prefer the cosmic stories.
Yeah,
because DC, although DC had its moments of its
especially
cosmic,
with Green Lantern.
Exactly.
Especially Green Lantern, most of it is cosmic.
Exactly, and DC had the whole New Gods era with their whole dark side storylines and all that, right? So yeah, there's a lot of cosmic stuff in DC. But anyways, that's why I was a fan of the Eternals, the whole cosmic side and just the stories that it brings to the MCU.
Yeah.
So
correct.
That moving forward,
next we have Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
Oh, shit, well.
Master, is it the Master of... what is it? And the...
Legend of the Ten
And
Rings.
the Legend of the Ten Rings. Because originally it was Shang-Chi Master of Kung Fu.
Oh.
That's what they were calling it before.
Right.
But But yeah, so now it's the Legend of the Ten Rings. Whew.
I don't know why I'm not super hyped for this.
Really?
No, not really.
I'm interested to see what they do.
I'm interested, but like it's not blowing my mind. I think probably when I hear more about it or I see a trailer or something come on, I was like, oh.
Yeah, I think But you should
you have a shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Simu. Actually, for people who do not know or who don't watch CBC in Canada, because it
is on Netflix now too, though.
Oh,
Kim's Convenience.
Okay, perfect. And no excuses. Kim's Convenience. You'll see him there, but he will be in that movie. It's a big plus for a Canadian actor. Shout out to the brother.
Shout out to him, bro.
So Kim's Convenience is a Canadian show, and one of the lead actors.
Couldn't choose a better place to
get Marvel. As soon as you get with Marvel,
and you've met him a couple times, right? I know him.
I know him very well. I know he's a very, very great guy, and I'm happy that he was able to get something like
that. That's perfect, man. Like I said, it's always good when I see Canadian actors snagging up some serious,
absolutely.
Serious.
What's cool roles. Too is that he tweeted about being either this role or part of the MCU years ago. Yeah. And it finally kind of paid off all these years later.
They're like, all right.
Like, okay, yeah, you got it. You got the role.
I mean, we didn't have someone in the role. You can speak proper English? Cool. Nice. Because that was the deciding factor. Like, listen, man, I need you to be in touch with your roots, but I need fans to understand you properly. You feel me? Because they were actually having that issue with the Mulan movie.
Really?
Which I don't think you guys knew. But
I did not know that. No.
Yeah, because the actor, I think she spent all her life. I'm not sure where she.
Well, now with all of these movies, though, the Chinese box office is so hugely taken into consideration, right?
But no, a lot of people were giving her shit because she has like a strong accent. They're like, oh.
My point is now it's not. This has happened. It happened in Star Wars Rogue One. I think it happened in Age of Ultron, where you're getting a big star in China.
That's what I'm saying.
In a kind of secondary role.
Yeah. I'm like, why would you bash someone with a traditional accent when the character should technically have an accent? Like that makes. Anyways,
that's very silly.
Anyways, but yes, I'm interested to see what they do with Shang-Chi. I personally want them to explore the Ten Rings properly, not this weird parody we got in Iron Man 3. Because the Mandarin was a serious character, bro.
Pissed me off.
I liked it. In Iron Man 3.
Let's take in that the Mandarin basically
clever subversion. And Ben Kingsley was very funny.
Like,
okay.
People underestimate the Mandarin.
I'm just gonna acknowledge the both of y'all takes on it. Calyx, I'll start with him. Mm-hmm. Okay, so comedy-wise, yes, it was funny in that regard. It's just because I know what the Mandarin...
I know it was a funny subversion, though. I think.
It was,
and I think it worked for that movie.
The humor was there for sure, but the power that this
exactly. And again, I'm not mad. I'm not mad that they did it.
Yeah,
it worked.
It did
for
work.
The movie. Yes, I was just disappointed because I was
like, what
that would have been the only.
Exactly.
I was like, shit. Okay,
I was like, damn. I thought we were gonna actually see the 10 rings being used. Like, those are some powerful rings. Honestly, I don't really know how he ended up being an Iron Man villain because that was I'm sorry, how is Iron Man taking out
apparently
that's
wasn't,
like controlling
I thought I saw in like a special
elements?
feature I thought I saw in like a special feature something, the idea is that Iron Man represents like technology and like the and then the idea is that his ultimate nemesis has to be someone has no regard for technology and is all about the mythos and the magic and the spiritual side of things.
Fair enough, but man, that would have been epic if they took it to its true potential, like the real one that I.
Well, I think it is good that there is a real Mandarin now in the canon.
And to be honest, I think this is a way better fit.
Probably for sure.
In terms of I guess a matchup, right? So I'm excited to see how they move.
Yeah, that one is very dependent on the trailer for me. I'm very let's see.
I have to wait and see myself.
It's Marvel and it's a kung fu movie. You cannot.
You can't really go wrong with that.
I hope they do actual good action. The level of action in Western film versus Eastern film is so there's no fucking comparison as far as
I'm concerned. They should get proper fight choreography.
Yeah, get the guy who directed The Raid.
I don't give a damn.
He's Western.
That's not a bad idea.
Get the guys who did the fucking Raid to direct. That's what I would do.
If they can get the combat coordinator for John Wick for a TV series. I think they're putting in resources.
Shout out to Sammo Hung, one of the best fight choreographers as well as a bike.
Cool. There you go. All right, anyway, so moving on.
Yeah, WandaVision.
Honestly,
that's also going to be a show.
Yeah, I was really liked.
That's going to be a show.
They can afford that? How are they going to...
I know. What the fuck is that even?
The budget they have to
what the fuck is that even going to be?
I probably should have established before we got into it.
What?
The budget for these Disney Plus shows are not regular TV budgets. Yeah. Each show is looking at between 100 to 120 mil in production value. That is movie value.
But can I just say, I know people are very lukewarm about Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
But I always really liked Vision as a character.
Oh yeah.
I liked what he represented. I liked his character. I love Paul Bettany playing him as that.
For sure.
And I'm all on board for this because I love their relationship, especially in Infinity War, even though it's basically like one scene of them. Yeah. I'm like, they did a really good job writing and acting that scene, and I'm all on board for whatever the fuck this is going to be. But what is it going to be? What's the story?
Have you read The House of M?
No. Is it a family? Is it that Vision forms a family?
If they're going anywhere near what that whole, I guess, fallout of Wanda losing her mind.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
No. I read it.
So she basically suffered a tremendous loss. I think who did she lose? Was it her kids?
Oh, never mind.
No, I think Vision actually did die. Yes. So she was married to Vision in the comics at that point. So their relationship was way further. And he died for some reason. Something happened and he died. I think it was Apocalypse or Magneto. Somebody killed him. I can't remember. Okay. But she basically did not take it well, obviously, naturally, and she. Let's be real. Someone with telepathic powers with an unstable mind is the worst.
She kind of Dark Phoenixed it.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, I
probably
I
even
am
scarier.
way more terrified of Wanda than I am of the Dark.
She is kind of incredibly terrifying.
People argued me down for that. I'm like, go read those comics, bro. She is.
Yeah.
Honestly,
but she's like an Omega level mutant. Really.
Omega is an understatement.
No, she is up there.
So
she's up there with Phoenix.
So let me explain what she did in that comic, and which is what the show may derive from. So what she did was she got to a point where she couldn't live with the current reality that she was in. So she basically, in a matter of literally speaking a couple words, wiped out...
No more mutants.
Yes, wiped out all mutants, and then went on to create her own reality. So she destroyed reality and then created her own, in which Vision was alive and they had 2 kids, and it was really weird because
isn't it kind of like a 1950s
so she didn't she didn't go on to rule this new reality. She just made a reality where they were living happy and there was no issues, but that was clearly her bottling up
it's like a creepy 1950s house that they live in, and
so it was a
nuclear family and stuff.
It was a lot of mental just mind
that
games.
Sounds cool.
And so if
really
they're going
a lot with that.
No, but here's the question though, or is it going to be the time between Civil War and Infinity War where they were, where were they, in fucking England or something?
It could be.
Belfast, I think.
And just them Belfast? Something. Just something
like that.
It actually could be that storyline as well.
Yeah, you jump back in time, I don't know.
The reason why I don't think it's that storyline though is because she is going to be co-starring in the Doctor Strange movie.
Oh, is she? That's right. We'll get to that. Yeah.
Right. So we'll get to that, but because it directly leads into that, I feel like this show is going to be her descent into madness.
I'm super into that.
And I think
I'm into that storyline more.
Yeah, and I think the Doctor Strange movie would just be the fallout of that.
That would be that'd be fucking amazing.
God,
yo.
Can I? Okay, is that next?
Yes.
It is. Can I say? Well, first of all, I love the Doctor Strange character just as a character, but the fucking title.
Oh yeah, that's a bad.
What's the title again? Is it
Multiverse of Madness?
The Multiverse of Madness. Literally, what an amazing title.
To be honest, I knew it was gonna get to this.
I wanted to get to this
because
with Doctor Strange.
I mean, you pulled in a horror director.
to
do your films. You know he's gonna want to put his
of course,
creative flavor. You know his little art. He has to sprinkle a little bit of horror in there.
Of course.
Yeah. And Doctor Strange.
I love the title design too of the Multiverse of Madness. Got me very excited to see because I was disappointed by the first Doctor Strange.
Title design?
No, just the
movie. Yeah,
as a movie.
A lot of people were.
Yeah. Especially because I sort of know, I've read really one or two of the Doctor Strange comics, so I kind of, I've always just found him a very interesting character, very different skill set, and this idea that he's kind of this, academic who's, into, mystical arts and stuff. Just a very interesting
he's
character.
A very interesting character for sure.
And I just felt that the first movie kind of, I don't know, it just undersold it, and I you know what I feel about the Doctor Strange movie? To me, the big problem is I wish the movie started. He got in the car crash we're jump back in time and it's 2008 or 2009 and when Tony Stark had his whole thing happen, Doctor Strange had his whole thing happen, and then he should have been in Tibet all those years, 4 years, 5 years of study.
Yeah, so you would have already been established.
Yeah. Because it's like I remember at one point it was almost funny to me in the first Doctor Strange movie because it literally goes it's like he's disappeared in this study and he's got this beard and then fucking what's her name, Rachel McAdams or whoever the fuck his girlfriend is in the movie. She's like yeah, it's like you've been gone for 2 months or something. They drop it and it's like you've been studying and immersing yourself in this thing. It's like it should have been a fucking year, 3 years,
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like you've been gone, man, two whole months, and it's like really that's it.
I feel like he's done that on a regular occasion.
Yeah, the way it was handled.
Yeah, it's just like how long have you been? 2 weeks. It's like oh god, come on. It's like
Sorry, but yeah.
He should have been training. He should have been training all the time because he's the fucking master of mystic arts.
He is.
God damn it.
But he did get to that point.
Yeah, he's at the point now. And that's the point, is I just like where he starts in Thor Ragnarok, I love him in that movie.
See that there was a big gap.
Exactly, yes. It's like, now.
He wasn't when did that happen? He wasn't making Loki look like
But I don't care. Exactly, I don't care. Because I'm like, no.
I want to understand what he was doing in Ragnarok.
That's what I'm saying.
He was.
That's what I'm saying. He was making Loki look like a fool. Who is someone?
He was on Earth for 5 minutes, and he's like, problem. I found it. Okay, yeah. No, I love it.
No, but
and that's my point. Is I want Doctor Strange at his full fucking capacity.
Oh no, he will be.
Which it will be. I know.
I think he would have to be for this.
Yeah, for the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, but I think just to scale his power, what he was doing in Ragnarok is a level of spatial magic that I don't think people understand. Yeah, this man was basically bending the space-time continuum between
with literal gods,
while taking Thor in a matter of a millisecond. He was doing that. He was.
Yeah, that's what I said.
And I love Benedict Cumberbatch as that role too. He's a great actor. I love him. I love him in that. Yeah, he's perfect. Perfect casting.
For sure.
And it's so odd that, as I said, he was making Loki look like a fool. That's the next thing. Yeah, right after the
Doctor Strange one.
Yeah, it's a Loki show.
So yes, so it's just to recap. So WandaVision, we know it's gonna be trippy and chaotic. We love it. All for it.
But honestly, these are the three I'm most excited for.
The
WandaVision to in the Multiverse.
Doctor Strange, a wonderful
for 2021 or something. Yeah,
because they literally all lead back
know.
to back.
Yeah,
so
back to
you're
back.
And
right?
I mean, the Loki one is really exciting for me.
It
too.
is.
I love Tom Hiddleston,
He's Loki.
yeah,
He's Loki.
he's the perfect person
That's
to play
all
that
I'm gonna
role.
say.
Yeah.
Loki, you know?
That's funny.
And I feel like it'll be a really funny show. I feel like it'll be really cool. You know what I mean? He's
I'm
kind of
interested.
I would
to see
assume that we're going to be
yeah.
seeing a lot of.
well.
new
Because
faces in
do
this.
you think the Loki show is going to be basically taking off from when he got the Tesseract in?
Oh,
Yeah.
they
that's
confirmed it.
definitely what it is.
Yeah, they
So he's
confirmed
going to
it.
be bad Loki. Yeah.
So it's not the Loki that we've seen.
like
redemption,
redeemed Loki.
This is
yeah.
gonna
I'm
be
looking
the,
forward to that.
This is
That's
the
why.
god of mischief. Loki.
I love that. That's what I want to see.
Because I mean, I love like anti-heroes, you know what I mean? Like kind of antagonists who are the lead.
Actually, there's some Thor stuff that we're gonna touch on
Yeah.
the Loki series, but we'll get to that.
But I feel like that's what's going to be great about that show.
Yeah.
Is it's going to be super trippy and cosmic,
Yeah.
and it's going to be Loki as the goddamn god of mischief,
Just
stirring up
That's all you
shit.
need, yo. That's
And he's
all
the
you need.
lead. I love it. I
Exactly.
love
All you
it.
need.
I'm so in.
We're all unanimous
Yeah.
on that one.
And I know, guys, we're sort of rushing through, so let me just recap. So, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, if I got that right. That we already know that is basically going to be WandaVision times 5, and again, all for it. Loki, multiple timelines, possibly multiple multiverses. We don't know.
Like,
We have no
he has
idea.
He has
But
the space though.
exactly,
Yeah, he
so
can go
this-
anywhere.
That's what I'm saying. We're going to be seeing a lot of places in this
Yeah.
thing now we've never seen before.
So
Yeah.
we know that's gonna be interesting. What comes after Loki?
Yeah, what's after?
what if?
What if? Okay.
Which is a show again.
So let's.
There's so many shows.
Let's-
We're gonna have to keep up with so many goddamn
It's a lot
shows.
of shows.
This is
Phase
Oh,
4
God.
is more shows than movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
God.
I love it.
Very smart.
I
bro.
love it. Feed
It,
us.
it stresses me out because I'm gonna have to
It does.
keep in
I'm
touch
really taking
with
in
all
how
these
much I have
fucking
to watch.
shows.
Not
I'm
a
not
lot
gonna
of
end up
shows.
watching. Yeah,
I'm not
Like
complaining.
my entire slate's just going to be Marvel shows.
Yep. I
Yeah.
don't mind. I don't mind one bit.
I
Give
don't
me
mind.
all
Yeah.
of
Because
it.
even after What If it's Hawkeye. which is
Exactly.
Another
show.
show.
God damn it.
Another
Oh,
show.
shit.
Let's go, Disney.
She's just
But,
not-
um,
Yeah,
It's all
Disney's
good.
like.
That's
Well,
what
do
I'm
you
saying,
think
join
though?
me.
Do you think these are going to be limited run series? Do you think these are going to be 12 episode shot kind of
Yes.
thing?
Yes.
100%.
So, like, it's not gonna be like
I don't think they're gonna have
Season
second
3, 4,
seasons.
5. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
I am
very cool with
honestly
that.
Listen,
fine,
I'm
like I
good.
said.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty good.
Like I
very
said,
cool with
because
that.
what these shows are doing, they're basically taking a movie and stretching it out,
Stretching
Yeah.
it out.
which I'm fine with.
Yep.
Again,
That's true.
the more you can tell the story,
and you
as
can
long
add
as
more context.
exactly, as long
Because
as
people
the
no, but
storytelling-
for
it's also
detailing
things
and all.
are drifting away from feature films and into
yeah, of course.
That's where taste is going in general. You
So
know,
besides, the
content.
breakup of all the original characters from Endgame
Exactly.
opens up for things like this.
Yeah.
exactly.
You know?
So
Yeah.
as long as the story is consistent and it doesn't drag too long, I think we're okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, so what?
the
so
what if?
Whatever.
So this is
I'm
actually,
super into this too.
This is actually an animated series.
Oh, it is?
Yes, I don't know if you guys knew that, but it is an animated series, which
Oh God.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad about. I'll tell you why. Because the amount of nonsense they can get away with animation
Yeah.
Yes.
and
Yeah.
the ensemble of cast that they're pulling in for the What If series is just it's it's everyone. They literally have everyone who has been somewhat relevant in an MCU movie taking part in the What If series.
Yeah.
Just obviously doing voice acting, but like that opens up so much
Yeah.
doors when you're dealing with animation. Like you can have a
So you think they're gonna bring back like Robert Downey Jr.?
oh no, they are
Yeah.
like they've literally
Chris Evans? Yeah,
they
cool.
literally listed the cast
Yeah.
I know.
on the Hall H
Do
screen.
you, so do you think
And
it's gonna be
everyone
like
was
an
like-
anthology series type of thing?
I
Like,
think it would be a series where
it's like each episode.
each episode is completely different.
is, yeah, separate,
completely irrelevant.
Thought so. Yeah.
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 So I think one episode it might be Captain America as Iron Man, and the next episode might be Killmonger as Black Panther, or
Oh, I'm so into
it
it.
might be freaking Thor as a frog, or because
I mean, that's happening.
That's,
that was-
yeah, that's canon.
exactly.
That's canon.
So I think it's just gonna
It was funny. He actually brought it up. I think it was in Ragnarok.
when he made
No,
the
no, no. Was it Ragnarok when he read the reference?
No,
frog.
actually,
Was it Endgame? Maybe?
I think it was an Endgame.
I think it might have been an Endgame.
I've only seen Endgame once, and I've seen Ragnarok a bunch of times.
He brought it up when he was talking to someone. It's like
it was when Mark Ruffalo. It was when Hulk came to confront him or something like that.
No, it wasn't. No, Ragnarok was a situation where Loki turned into a snake. And he knew that Thor liked snakes. And he picked him up and he stabbed him.
This is a story, told off.
I swear I thought they brought up
a weird dynamic.
But no, he did mention the frog situation.
I had to laugh.
He did, right?
That was such a weird story.
Exactly. So yeah, that's what the What If series is gonna be. Which again, I'm all for. That just to me is just gonna be a good laugh. That is what that series is gonna be to me.
Yeah. People don't take that seriously in the sense
they
of
can't.
You know what I mean? Don't go in thinking that's just gonna be. Just enjoy it. Just watch and enjoy it. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah. So the What If series, we know what that's gonna be now. It's pretty much gonna be a animation. I guess collage. Just basically oddball stories.
A celebration of Marvel.
Also, it's narrated by the Watcher. So
that's cool.
Seriously?
Yeah. That to me just. Put the icing on the cake.
Do we know who does the voice?
What's his name?
Who is it?
He's actually done the voice of the Watcher before, I think. What do we have next? The Hawkeye series? Hawkeye series. Okay, I'm happy that he's getting it.
Finally.
Yes. He honestly very...
He's one of the literally.
He is one of the originals.
He deserves it.
For sure.
Yeah.
He deserves it for sure. I hope they give it the level of care that they put into the Falcon and Winter Soldier show. Because it's around the same, I guess, tone to speak.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of espionage. I'm hoping it's a lot of espionage and I want to see a lot of cool gadgets.
Although there is
fight scenes as well.
There is a lot of details about the story that they revealed in regarding him training his daughter as to sort of take over the mantle. So they're obviously going to explore that storyline as well.
I'm for it.
So this is a post Endgame series for sure.
Yeah, this is a post Endgame series for sure. So
for it,
I think
Hawkeye gets dark.
Yeah.
What I'm hoping is that we see some really authentic Hawkeye villains in this show, like Trick Shot. Or
you may actually get
Crossfire, or just one of those guys. I mean, they weren't, as I said, Avengers level threat, but
they're
for Hawkeye,
damn Mysterio for using that line. Now everyone's gonna use it.
Avengers level threat.
Literally, everyone's gonna use it for scaling now.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
I mean,
already are.
I don't know. I want to see him actually go up against his personal nemesis, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if they have a show and they bring in guys like Trick Shot, that would be very, very
Hawkeye, I feel like Hawkeye in the MCU at least is always kind of just kind of supporting the team, but not necessarily doing his own thing.
Exactly,
you know what I mean?
Why I think that
which is cool. Yeah, which is cool. Which is I'm so into. Yeah,
it opens.
I always like the character a lot.
You'll get a good appreciation of what he can really do. You know?
Exactly.
I love his character in Age of Ultron. And I want more of that. I'm so into that. I loved all the shit. I loved all the shit on the farm. On his fucking cabin in the woods or whatever.
They really actually honed in on Hawkeye for that movie.
They did, which I love. Yeah.
He was really the backbone of the group for
he
that
was
movie.
He was the fucking rock.
Wanda was starting to lose her mind. When she was fighting,
it's like the best foreshadowing.
It's like my favorite part. No, but that's like my favorite part of that movie is when he's just like, I'm just a guy with arrows, man.
Just a guy
Nothing makes sense.
Nothing makes sense.
It's so good.
Now that you guys mentioned it, I wonder if he's gonna be in WandaVision.
That's a good point.
Because when you think about it, he's always sort of been her grounding.
He has.
Like even if you remember in Endgame at the funeral, it was them.
Yes,
it was them. He was the one, standing by her and being like, "Yo,
that's
gonna
cool."
Be okay.
And at first, I was a weird pairing, but I was
exactly
okay with it. I'm like, that's
he
something.
He pulled her out in Civil War.
Yeah.
Right? He was the reason she got out and fighting in Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
So they have a pretty close relationship.
That's a very good point. I wouldn't be surprised you see a little something from him in WandaVision.
It might be there.
I think so.
Oh, I don't know about romantic. I was
no. I'm just saying involvement.
Not
just
romantic.
You said something. I was like,
Oh no! I'm just saying. I feel
no,
like
Richard. Said something. I was like,
Okay, wait a minute.
What are you implying,
listen,
sir?
man, he's a married man.
He is a married man.
man, right?
Yes.
Man got his kids. He's good.
Yeah.
Rhonda, what himself? Rhonda.
Help me, Rhonda.
I was thinking of Ronan. That's why.
It's terrible.
Wanda. That is not your rebound. Leave him alone.
No,
He's
yeah.
a happily married.
He's
man.
a married man. Don't be no home wrecker. Okay?
Exactly.
Don't do it.
Although I feel like your mind alone is going to be the home wrecker.
For the goddamn world.
Exactly. You're just gonna mess shit up. But
Okay.
If anything we've seen in Logan, as you were saying, people with telepathic powers who are not
exactly
fully stable. We saw Xavier
turn into
in Logan,
mobile freaking nuke.
Yeah, he was. And that could make your brain explode.
I don't like telepaths in anything. I
Bad news,
never
man.
gravitate towards telepathic characters because I'm like, I don't trust you. I'm sorry, I can't. How am I supposed to know for sure that you're gonna be grounded?
Yeah, because you don't
As a
know.
character.
How do I know you're not reading my mind?
Exactly.
right
You will not
now?
know. You won't know. They
Can
won't
you
tell
imagine having a girl that's a telepath?
I'm sorry.
Oh no!
I'm sorry.
no.
Red flag.
Name one telepathic character that didn't lose their minds. Name one. Name one. I
Comment in the comment section.
I can't think of one. Yeah.
please
Yeah,
prove
they
me
all
wrong.
sort of kind of go off the rails at some point.
Dog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
1,000%. I'll lose my mind.
I'm
Forget that.
good.
I'll stay away
What's
from it.
what's next?
Oh well, I mean, save the best for that.
We're finally here.
But Thor.
Thor: Love and Thunder.
Okay.
What? First of all, what a fucking amazing name.
What?
Right?
And what an amazing title design.
Yes.
My number one Marvel superhero. The only guy to have 4 movies.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm
so happy.
after reading the
I told you.
After reading
the Thor God of Thunder run, the Jason Aaron run.
But did you read the entire thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
all four volumes. So the first one, I can't, for some reason I can't remember what was the name of the last one. The story actually changes when you get to the third one.
Yeah.
Because he starts fighting the Dark Elves and all that.
Yeah,
But
he fights Malekith in the third volume.
Yeah, the Accursed, I believe
Yeah.
it's called. Yeah. So
True nerds. Go ahead.
true nerds, bro. Trust me. But
yeah.
oh, where do I start with this one? Where do I start?
Well, I was just gonna say I do think it's interesting, and I think there's a reason he gets 4 movies because it's amazing how they managed to take Thor's like image and in terms of how fans viewed him and stuff. Because he was always just the guy, just the one there,
Yeah, exactly.
the one that people just
Yeah.
wrote off. Like in the first Avengers movie, people just like don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
They have turned 180
really turned
his
his
fucking
character around.
perception, public perception, though.
Love it.
And I love it. I mean, it's all improvements. But it's just fascinating how they managed to pull that off.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Fascinating because now we want to, like, after Ragnarok, we're like, yeah, I hope this isn't his last movie. Like, we want more,
God,
you know?
And
Yeah.
I don't think
Because generally they stick to 3, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of
3
course.
They
solo
generally
movies.
stick to 3.
and I honestly I know a lot of people may think that he's probably gonna die in this.
No.
He's not.
I think he's just going to be around. Because
Yeah,
I
he's
think
gonna
he
be.
loves playing the character. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
He does. He's
Hemsworth loves
expressed-
playing the character.
He's
expressed
expressed
it
it
many
so
times.
many times.
Yeah.
It's like, man,
Because-
like, yeah, listen, as long as you guys want me to be here, I'll be here.
He's like everyone's favorite character, or everyone loves him now. You know what I mean?
exactly.
They love Hemsworth playing him.
But I mean,
Yeah.
I've been day one. So
Yeah, fair enough.
I've
But
been day one.
yeah.
I've been
Yeah.
reading his comics since like this.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for
I've
sure.
been reading the
You're
old
probably the
comics.
reason why. I
But
did
did you
that.
really? But my point is, did you like the first Thor movie?
Yes,
And-
actually, I did.
It was all right.
was
I
okay.
personally didn't like it, but it was
was
fine,
alright.
I
It
guess.
wasn't
I thought
I think they got the
that
wrong
they
director.
downplayed his abilities in the first one.
They
That's
did.
the
Yeah.
disappointment I had with it. The second movie was just boring.
Here's
Yeah,
the thing.
yeah.
The
I-
only thing that was good about Dark World was the fight
Fight.
between him and Malekith at the
I was
very end of
gonna say too. I think Tom Hiddleston was really good.
Well, yeah, I
in,
mean, he's
in Dark
always,
World, but
though.
he's always
Yeah,
good.
he's
Yeah,
always
He usually always
Yeah.
puts his
I-
standards
yeah.
pretty high.
Here's the thing. Origin movies, I never go in with high expectations.
it's true.
Ever.
Yeah, I actually
did
heard
not-
an amazing quote from Kevin Feige where he said, I think he was talking about Captain Marvel, but it applies to all their films because they're saying we sort of sit around when we're planning the first movie and we dream about the things we will be able to do in the second and third movie.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like we have to kind of do the heavy lifting of setting up the characters.
You have to.
In the first one and setting the context, but they dream about the second movie is the movie they actually want to make first. You know what I mean?
Which is why I would not knock I would never give...
Because to me, they always get better. Like, Guardians 2 is better, in my opinion. That one's more contentious, but, you know,
really?
like...
That's interesting that you said
I
that.
actually feel 2 is way better than the first.
That is definitely an unpopular opinion. I'll tell you that for sure.
But in general, I think they're gonna... I feel like the second one, like, not so much Thor, but, again, they always improve it. They always, you know what I mean? They always,
exactly. So I think the whole situation with the origin story... like I said, I never go in with high expectations. Yeah. With that being said, I was always a day one. I liked what the first Thor movie was. Yeah. I know it wasn't great. It was okay. And I could say that about probably, if not all origin stories in the MCU, except maybe Iron Man.
Yeah, that was good.
Every other and Black Panther
Origins,
Oh yeah, Black Panther. Come on.
Yeah, every other origin movie was
trying to think.
Kind of.
Well, if you count Guardians, I think the first Guardians was really good.
I don't count that as an origin story though.
For the Guardians, how they?
Not really, because they didn't follow the.
They didn't
follow the origin story format, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Like, they were a band.
They were already established
as their own characters.
You know what I mean? By that movie, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, besides, well, we all know that in regards to what Adrian said about downplaying his abilities, if they started where Thor technically, there's nowhere to go from there. You gotta downplay it, man. Because I had to actually
my issue with the first Thor movie is just that it's a comedy movie, but it's like directed by a Shakespearean director.
Yeah.
Like, it's Kenneth Branagh. Like, he played he did the 3-hour full version of Hamlet. He's like the most well-known Shakespearean actor and director, and he's I love his work.
And
but
I think the reason why they went with him is because they wanted to do the classical.
He's apparently a big Thor fan. He was a big fan of the comics too.
I will take the job.
Yeah, exactly. That is fucking Kenneth Branagh.
It's a sort of Shakespearean type of
I know, but then they shouldn't have made it a comedy movie. They should have leaned into the Shakespeare.
If you read the earlier ones, if you read a lot of the earlier ones, you would see that. So nay.
But then why are they fucking? Why is? But then
speech patterns are like that.
I know. But then why is Kat Dennings fucking around in the desert? If you want to make a goddamn Shakespearean movie, I don't want Kat fucking Dennings fucking around in the desert with Natalie Portman. That's my fucking hot take on Thor.
We're gonna leave the first 3 movies alone at the moment because that is a whole heated debate on its own.
Man, going back to Love and Thunder.
Love and Thunder. Okay.
This guy got triggered here.
Yeah.
I'm so Kat
Dennings. Goddamn Dennings.
That was a
no, but it's like get fucking Taika Waititi to have Kat Dennings fuck around in the desert, and it can be funny.
Yeah, it's true. That would have been a.
But don't get Kenneth Branagh for that.
We understand.
Get the wrong man.
Okay? He's probably not gonna come back. Okay.
I know.
Definitely.
But yeah. So that's where that went.
Love and Thunder, I'm super excited because there's so much storylines that has been untouched in Thor comics that they could use for this movie. Yeah. So I'm super excited. I was even telling Andon the other day that they could go into the War of Realms, which is his current story. I actually
might read that as the next one because I saw it.
That is the next one.
No, like after it? After the God of Thunder issue?
After that issue that you read, that's when the Jane Foster run came out.
Yeah, the Mighty Thor. So after the Mighty Thor is the
War of Realms. Okay. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So I know I have to go read the Jane Foster.
Yeah. I was going to say, apparently it was a big thing.
She's going to be in it as Thor, so...
So there's a lot of storylines out there.
I feel like, as usual, they're going to condense storylines and merge them into one. Like what they did with Ragnarok. Basically merging World War Hulk and actual Thor Ragnarok into one story.
That's what I was saying. So
I feel like this movie is going to be very... And the fact that Taika is back, that just confirms my theory even more.
I was going to say, I was never a huge fan of Natalie Portman's character.
No one was.
Like, she's just kind of bland.
She was just kind of there. But I feel underwater.
Exactly.
Exactly. Because she's a good actor.
She's a good actor, yes. Sure. Yes.
She's an amazing actor.
It's no doubt. And and they seem to make it a really big victorious thing that she's coming back for this, you know, and I'm fully on board for it.
I thought that she wasn't.
Yeah. I thought she was just out. Well, she expressed a bit of resentment, I think, towards Marvel too, especially with the second movie. Well, you know what? I mean, apparently, what's the Wonder Woman director? Patty Jenkins.
Was supposed to do.
She was supposed to do the Dark World, and then again, that's another this conservative guy who's Kevin Feige's boss. Yeah. That's why she got fired. Apparently, was Patty Jenkins.
It's okay though. Anyway. We're away from those times, and we're in better.
We're in goddamn Love and Thunder times.
Exactly, we're in better waters.
I mean, I have to wait a long time for it.
That's okay.
I really actually. So.
Is it next 2 years?
Next 2 years, that's okay. But
considering the slate, it's an exciting slate of shit.
Yeah, I'll be very occupied.
Yeah.
So I think with this storyline, oh my god, just incorporating the 2 Jason Aaron runs, just the Mighty Thor and the God of Thunder issues, those 2 storylines alone. The level of epicness that comes from those stories.
I was telling him, if you guys probably really should read it too.
You really should. I guess we'll probably have to sort of give you guys a little bit of an insight. So, I guess we should probably explain the God Butcher character to them.
Well, we don't really have to go in depth into that.
Well, I mean,
we're just talking about basically the movie, because the comic. That's a whole.
But they don't know who the.
But maybe it may not even play. Yeah.
For a character, if no one knows who. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess so.
So because the God Butcher, if he is going to be in the movie, he's definitely going to be the big bad of the movie.
Fair.
Right.
Yeah.
And just to give you a slight backstory, so he was basically this alien race that was born on a struggling planet. They prayed to their gods for years and years and years and didn't get any answers, and he was at his low point. He lost his wife, he lost his child. It was pretty dark. He stopped believing in his gods, got exiled from his village because obviously
it's very God of War-esque kind of.
It is kind of.
Yeah, you know?
Right? So he got exiled from his village because he stopped believing in the gods and whatnot. And in his exile, he ended up walking his planet, just...
His whole planet?
Well, just, walking the desert.
Gotcha,
until he died, basically.
Uh-huh.
Damn.
And coincidentally,
That's so sad.
got caught... Right?
Yeah.
He had a pretty sad... he had... super villain origin story.
Of course.
It's devastating.
It's always
it's devastating. They stoned him and shit. It was bad.
Damn.
Yeah. So
continue.
Coincidentally, he got caught in the crossfire between a battle of 2 gods.
Oh no!
And one evil, and they crashed on his planet. Obviously, he was the only one there because he was exiled at this point.
Yeah.
And the battle was basically coming to an end.
Mm-hmm.
The good god, so to speak, ended up killing the evil guy, but he was clearly on his way to die.
Right.
And reached out for help to Gore, which is his name, which is really funny. They literally named the character Gore. He is very gory, by the way.
Okay.
But yeah, so reached out to him, and in that moment, he was like, you know what?
I now hate gods. I just kill them.
Fuck you guys. We'll get to again. That's what I say.
I'm sorry, I'm jumping ahead a little bit. I get
really
really excited.
This is why I had to give them the backstory, because if we went into it, they'd be like, I don't know why he has this. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So the good guy called out for help. In that moment, he was like, you know what? Screw all you guys. I will make it my life mission to kill every last god that exists, because you guys are useless. You guys didn't answer any of our prayers. My people died for millennia.
That's a great supervillain origin.
So what he did, and I guess you could probably take over from there once I get into
He's like the ultimate atheist, really.
He is, basically. He is.
Right? Like, no, we will murder God.
So how it was basically, I'll probably try to paint the picture for you guys. The two gods are lying there, both impaled each other with their weapons.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
The evil guy is already dead. The good god's hanging on for dear life, about to die.
Uh-huh.
He decided in that moment, he was like, you know what, I'm not helping you. I'll start my mission of killing gods here and now. Yeah. One's already dead. You're gonna be the next one. So he took the weapon that the evil guy was using.
Yeah, gods. Yeah.
Was it called the Necro Sword?
All black Necro Blade.
Yeah, so it's called a Necro Sword.
That's actually pretty badass.
Necro Blade.
So what it is, it's actually a sort of this symbiotic weapon that fuses with the host.
Think of it like Venom, but as a weapon.
Pretty much. So it created like this black symbiotic armor and sword. It could create other weapons, but he primarily creates a sword. I guess that's why it's called the Necro Sword.
Yeah, it calls it Necro Blade.
But yeah, so he took that, and obviously that weapon was created for gods, so it gave him like crazy power.
Oh, that's badass. Okay.
Yeah, so it gave him like crazy power, and he slayed the good god and flew off the planet and went on his mission. And
that's cool.
Yeah, that storyline has so many cool aspects to pull from.
I told him when I read it the first time, I was like, yo, even before Ragnarok came out, I kept telling him, I was like, yo, I wish they make a movie based on this story. But I didn't think it was going to really happen, but now it might.
It might.
We'll see.
That would be awesome.
We'll see. The thing is, I don't think it will be as fleshed out they're going to come, like...
Yeah. I don't think... That doesn't strike me as a Taika Waititi story.
No. That's for sure.
So yeah,
for sure.
But
the thing is, and why I still think that there will be some iteration of that story, even with the dark and devastating backstory, is because Taika has a very good skill set when it comes to merging darker tones or darker scenes and then switching it. Because if you watch Ragnarok, there's a lot of scenes where the story gets pretty serious.
No, he is.
It gets really
100%.
emotional, and you're like, oh shit, okay.
No,
and then it would switch, randomly into.
Even the opening scene with Surtur.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like that was supposed to be a serious scene. I was laughing most of the time.
Right.
That was Taika's. That was his stamp.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But no, if he even remotely references the God Butcher's storyline,
you'd be happy.
I'd be happy.
Yeah.
Man. I just want to see.
This sort of leads into I guess a question I have. I talk about this with some other friends too, because I think it's interesting. Well, it's kind of a two-part question, I guess. One is, will there be a big bad in the MCU that they'll build up to, like a Thanos? And then the second question is, who will it be? And I have a theory who I think it's going to be.
I know your answer, man.
Well, I think it's going to be. It's kind of a silly thing, because my point is, I don't think. I wonder, are they going to be able to top Thanos, because they did such a good job with that character. I think not in terms of power. I'm saying in terms of quality of writing.
No, even that too. That's what I'm saying. Well, go ahead. What are you thinking?
Well, I think it'd be funny if it was Galactus.
A lot of people
think Galactus,
because Galactus is kind of like the biggest in a way. He consumes goddamn planets.
Listen, man, I'm thinking Doctor Doom.
I would love it to be Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom is the one I actually want it to be. Unironically,
I'm thinking Doctor Doom, yo. To be honest,
that was actually my original.
Oh, you switched.
Yeah.
Oh, because I thought I was like, I know what you're gonna say. I was gonna say,
no, Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom was my go-to. Yeah. I was like, he's badass. He has that.
He's a very complex character too.
He's gotten to.
Have you guys ever read? It's called Triumph and Torment. I think it's a Doctor Strange and Doctor Doom kind of comic that they.
Is that when Doctor Strange got possessed by Mephisto?
No, it's I don't know if he got possessed. It's more so they went to Mephisto's realm.
Oh
together.
Yeah, and he had the M on his head at that point, right?
I don't think so. No. This is an older comic. Yeah,
I'm not sure if I read that one.
It's a really good comic though. Actually, yeah. It's
I've been impressed.
But you guys like okay. No, see, that's the thing. When I read comics, no one actually knows that I'm reading comics. Like, I would lie down here on my phone and just read random issues.
Because,
but
it's very easy to find.
But you were saying, though, with your villain choice.
Yeah, so with my villain choice, here's the thing. And when the MCU just started, we didn't know that they were building up to Thanos until...
Yes, exactly.
Until... Actually...
It was basically Avengers.
Nope.
When he made his first cameo.
But that's not when they started implementing Thanos. Thanos technically came into the MCU in the first Captain America movie.
Because of the Infinity Stones?
Because of the Infinity Stones.
Well, I guess indirectly, but...
But I'm saying Marvel and Kevin Feige has that approach for that 10-year build-up. Trust me, they are laying the seeds now.
Yes, my feeling is the plan is already set.
Exactly.
It's more just speculating for fun. Which one do we think it's going to be?
Because I am sure, 100% sure that there are things that are going to be shown in the next 2 years that we're gonna gloss over. That is going to come back. Because when we saw the Tesseract...
you know what I want though? This is my dream. I want Intergalactic by the Beastie Boys to play like half ironically in a trailer, and Galactus is like introduced. Like we're in fucking Avengers 5 and it's Intergalactic by the Beastie Boys. Galactus shows. That's my dream.
Your answer.
Right?
Oh,
okay.
You think it's gonna be? Yeah.
I'm curious.
My answer might actually be a little bit, I guess.
Will you spit it out already?
Well, the suspense. Because it's a little bit of an odd one.
Just
and I know you guys don't know the goddamn character.
Say it.
It's Null.
Yeah. No.
Do you know who Null is? Exactly.
No, sorry.
Do you know who Null is?
Nope.
I'm actually kind of disappointed that you don't know who Null is. But
the name sounds familiar to me though.
Null actually is a very, very, very powerful character in the MCU that not a lot of people know about. It's if you're looking it up, it's KNULL.
And what's cool is that Marvel actually would take kind of a more minor, less known character.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because of the Mighty Thor, the God of Thunder issue that I was just reading, and the connection that Null has with the God Butcher and the symbiotes and Venom and Absolute Carnage, which is the current issue, Carnage issue that's going on right now, which is So let me explain why I think they're building up to Null, and that's provided that they do go the God Butcher route for
That's what I'm saying. It's a big if. Still.
It is a big if. It is a big if. Yeah. But there's also a lot of things that they've sort of been hinting at a more... I'll get into it.
Yeah.
That's probably a whole another discussion.
Right.
To be honest. But
my take...
Yeah.
I don't know. I still feel like we're leading up to a Secret Invasion.
With the Skrulls?
Yes.
It is.
Second guess.
It is.
Super Skrull.
No, here's the thing. I think they're going to do a Secret Invasion, but I still don't think the Skrulls are going to be the villains of the Secret Invasion.
Kree?
I think that whole secret, and I don't think it would be a Secret Invasion. I think it would be Secret Wars, to be honest.
Okay.
But I think what they built up, especially from the Spider-Man Far From Home post credit, where they introduced Nick Fury in space, which is possibly the whole Sword organization and whatnot. That is definitely leading up to some form of iteration based on the Secret Invasion storyline. I don't know if the Skrulls are going to be necessarily behind it, because when you say secret, there's a lot of ways to infiltrate
to invade secretly
under the ground, and there's a lot of people that can infiltrate I guess different worlds or whatever it is to cause that level of chaos under the radar. For example, Annihilation could do that.
Mm-hmm. Well, the other thing though too is if they wanted to make it the Skrulls, they could just have it be like a renegade group of
exactly. And I think that's probably where Adrian, your idea
more
of
leading,
the Secret War being the big, but that feels like more of an event. That feels like more of a civil war rather than them being the big bad. You know what I mean?
Well, it's only because, as I said, I've seen them, lay the groundwork for it quite a lot. The Skrulls have been...
It's true.
They've been more and more present.
It's true. What I mean? Exactly.
Yeah. So, we'll see.
It probably will come.
To be honest, I think we're going to get our first hints of who the actual big bad was going to be from the first film. Not so much Black Widow, but from...
The Eternals?
Yeah. Especially
the Eternals, I think that'll be a good...
I think the Eternals is... I think we're going to have a really good idea of who the next big
if
bad
that's the
would
case,
be
then
from
you actually might be right. Because the Skrulls are deviants.
I was going to say, it
matches.
matches.
They come from the deviant.
Because remember I said to you from before when we were watching Captain Marvel, I got it right this time. I said the Skrull, I went straight to you and I said, so it's going to be the Skrulls? And I was thinking like that would be the link, because it seems like it makes the most sense.
Yeah, they are part of the deviant race.
Yeah, I know.
So,
or do you think we're going to get Captain Marvel 2 and all that stuff is going to play into...
That's what I'm feeling. I feel like...
It's kind of funny how I didn't see Captain Marvel 2 in Phase 4.
Yeah, I know. Well, but why didn't we get Black Panther 2?
I saw that too.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I didn't see
I feel like they're both coming, because Captain Marvel did make a lot of money.
It's going to be...
Guys, also, I know this podcast is actually coming out at a slightly horrible time, because D23 is literally tomorrow. So, we're probably going to get way more insight of what... and also... Let's not forget that every time Marvel's released their slate for the upcoming phases, it's changed.
That's true.
Yeah, that's my point. Yeah,
movies were pushed back. Movies were slipped in. So I'm pretty sure.
I think Black Panther. It's already in the works.
Captain Marvel. Both. Those are coming.
And I think X-Men and Blade
is phase 5.
Blade is kind of confirmed.
Okay.
Blade is actually phase 5.
Okay.
It's confirmed, but it's not in phase 4.
And I think Fantastic Four is coming too.
Oh yeah. For sure. Yeah,
just true.
So he confirmed all of this on
at
the end of Hawkeye.
I really can we take a detour? Because
Yeah.
I got to call out Deadpool.
Yes.
I really hope something happens with Deadpool.
No, it will.
And I think it will.
Again,
because they know to give people what they want. Yeah, they did confirm it, right?
Yeah,
Do you think like Ryan Reynolds is going to come back? You think the whole deal?
That man's...
What I want to see is him just bringing up the most awkward, controversial moments between Sony and Marvel and
Fox. Yeah,
I want him to
screen.
break the fourth wall when it comes to that.
Well, do you think it's... Because I think I heard it's more going to be a series was the pitch, but maybe it's all being worked out.
So Deadpool's current state in regards to what his plans are for the MCU, it seems like they do want to give... they do want to continue using the character. His standalone movies could possibly be rated R, but he will be PG-13 in any crossovers.
Yeah. So it could work. I mean, it is a pretty limited. I don't know if I'd want Deadpool as part of the regular MCU though. Is the thing.
Well, I would love to see them introduce.
The thing is, I would love it, but I don't know if it would feel right.
Certain characters he would work with. Blade,
sure.
Omega Red.
But my point is, imagine Deadpool in Infinity War.
Yeah,
would that feel that would feel wrong? That wouldn't feel right, you know.
Really weird.
And but the point is, if it's all the squad coming
together,
he's
getting ready to fight Thanos, I'm like, I can't believe I'm fighting a CGI character. Imagine if he just
he calls him fucking Josh Brolin or something.
Giant CGI fight.
Yeah,
I would have laughed.
Giant CGI fight.
It wouldn't work.
But no, so for him. There are talks about him being included in the future. So I'm not worried about it.
I know.
Weapon X Initiative, let's go.
Yeah, because look, everyone...
I'm in it, let's go.
No, but everyone would love it. It's giving people what they want, which is what they're trying to do, and people fucking want it.
You know what? I waited till the end of this damn podcast to rant for 2 seconds, please.
Let's go.
Alright, so, there was a character who I now named Jolly Green. Okay, y'all might not know who this person is. Some of you may not. Okay, Jolly Green, for those of you who do not know, is who I named Professor Hulk. The dab doing, the pinky tea drinking, the kid high five slap. Listen, give some damn retribution to this character.
Here's the thing, he's probably not, and I know
that's the problem. I just gotta say it to let know. Because damn it, Thor might be your number one, but Hulk and Wolverine have been dancing back and forth number one, number two. Give the man some justice. Bring Scar, or bring an alternate universe where friggin' Worldbreaker Hulk comes back and kills the friggin' Professor Hulk and just goes on a friggin' rampage or some shit.
I would actually not be mad at that.
You know what I'm saying? He comes back and he goes on a friggin' rampage. That's what I'm saying. I don't care who's in charge. Give Hulk some justice. Until then, he's known as Jolly Green. That's it. Done deal.
All right. Boom.
Okay. Now we see Trigger number 2.
Yeah. Clearly,
right? I know what triggers these guys.
Yep.
Well, Richard, I have to say, you're
gonna
kill me for this. I'm just saying it because I'm just to annoy you. But basically, you know, if you think about it, though, really,
yes,
it's the culmination of his character arc because he's reconciled the two sides of himself
by getting an ass whooping from Thanos, taking it.
But that's the
point.
Out
a hippie.
He learned.
Bro, that ain't right. Not the Hulk.
He turned a new leaf.
Okay. Yeah, he was a conflicted man who was battling the one that's known
strength-wise, knows the strongest one there is. Nah, that's bullshit. I'm not accepting that. Jolly Green will be Jolly Green. He learned. The Worldbreaker Hulk somehow comes out in some way. We got alternate universes. We got so much shit.
Can I tell you though, honestly,
that can be a possibility.
Honestly, man, you have a better chance of getting a She-Hulk than
yeah, I don't think.
Scars.
Honestly, I don't know if Mark Ruffalo's even gonna come back. I really doubt it.
Worldbreaker Hulk.
I think
Mark Ruffalo, so he can have just a savage.
You don't think so?
He just seems. He seems like, because I remember it was kind of explained. Like I think I heard like Kevin Feige say like he kind of agreed to do 3 more movies after Age of Ultron, and then that was Ragnarok, and he kind of pitched it as a character arc. You know what I mean? To Mark Ruffalo. Sure. Mark Ruffalo signed on to those 3 movies. See, Endgame, Ragnarok, and
all these guys could say that they're not, you know, we don't know where.
I just don't think Mark Ruffalo is interested anymore. I think he's like moved on.
Yeah,
this is how I feel. But
he is. I think he is gonna be there,
around,
not prominent. But when you make such a connected world and you didn't kill off your character, he has to show up. At some point, in some way, shape, or form. You can't tell me he's living in the Avengers building and they're assembling the new Avengers team.
Nah, man. I think he's got a fucking loft in Soho. I think he's got I think he's doing his own thing.
He's back in Colombia.
I think he's just hanging around, man. He's just...
Going back to the 2008,
just like piss Richard off, he's just sitting in his like little apartment in New York, just like, you know, sipping coffee.
I don't know. Maybe he jumped back to the cabin in Vancouver.
Shit, that friggin' bench that he threw was the only type of aggression I've seen out of him. I was like, yes, he's gonna switch. Oh, it's just nah, bro. He just chucked a bench and that was it, man.
That was much in the final.
Kept him in a sling. The Hulk in a sling? That's the most insulting thing I saw. I'm sorry.
He did the snap, though.
Fuck that, man.
He did the ultimate snap.
I would have been satisfied with one, like...
It's like he was born for this.
With one combo set against Thanos, just a couple punches, goes into his... Just some kind of rematch. I don't care if he loses to Thanos again, just something that did him justice.
And that was, like, the most even playing field he probably would have gotten. Actually, yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong. That was one of the most highly anticipated moments.
Here's the thing,
was the rematch.
Let me tell you why he would have still lost that fight.
Yeah,
because
Thanos was even stronger in this movie.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, without the gauntlet.
But guys, Thanos
did beat. Yeah,
was always this strong. It's like I keep trying to tell people.
Yeah, he was.
When he beat Hulk's ass in Infinity War, he wasn't using no stones.
That's true.
He literally was toying with him.
Yeah, just
he could have whooped Hulk's ass in a matter of seconds. I'm sorry, but it's kind of true.
It is.
Thanos is a beast without the gauntlet, and I'm glad that they did that in Endgame because in the comics, this man punched Captain America's shield and broke it with his hands.
Damn,
his bare hands.
Yeah, that I understand.
Not no blade. His hands.
But name one friggin' comic that this man comes out drinking green tea, okay? Name one. I don't give a damn. At least come back and do something, man. Damn, we just took it, yo. That hurt me.
Man. But yes, guys, we do have to wrap up the podcast.
Yeah, I have to end it on that. Sorry.
Yes, so we're the state of the MCU, for the most part, is looking promising. Minus the current upsets between the Spider-Man character. I am still excited to see where they go. I am
very
still
much
excited to see who the next big bad would be. I obviously set my goals as very optimistic. I'm still obviously more leaning on the Doctor Doom factor.
I would really like that.
But I would like to see a character like Null get some form of recognition, because I really encourage people who don't know who he is to go read the comics and issues that he has been introduced in, and they actually recently sort of did a revitalization of his character, where they just he's pretty strong, because the Necro Sword that the God Butcher uses, it's actually his weapon.
Yeah,
he created it. Yeah, so he created that weapon. So yeah, I wish that they would explore an unknown character like that. Take a Guardian's risk, guys.
That'd be cool.
Do it again.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Yeah. If what's his name? Khan the Conqueror. That's his name. Yeah. Khan the Conqueror. No, it's just another character that I saw a lot of people saying that he could be a good big bad.
Big bad?
Yeah. Again, another sort of lesser known character.
Time traveler.
Yeah, he was a time traveler. He was also a deviant.
Yeah, most of them are.
Yeah. They don't seem to, I feel like the Celestials. No, you see, the problem is, again, this is all part of the Celestials' grand game, which I find is just like the biggest dick move you could probably pull. Like, you just created an evil race to just cause shit.
So you could look like the heroes?
They don't. Because they don't. It's not like the Celestials came to intervene. They just watched it all happen. They're like, y'all could figure it out.
It's hilarious.
Look good.
So
but yeah.
They'll be alright.
Exactly. So, guys, the state of the MCU, currently, I would say it's looking promising.
Yeah.
I say it's in great shape aside from the Spider-Man thing, obviously.
Exactly. Despite the current downfalls, I think there's not much to worry about in terms of them delivering in the next
couple phases, yo.
The next couple years. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I could.
But
great.
Tell us what you think in the comments.
Tell us what you think in the comments.
Whatever you do, don't mention Hulk or
Richard will find you.
Shakespeare in the desert. Just leave those things out of the comments.
Those are their triggers.
Those are the triggers.
They will find you.
Right? Rewatch all
if someone wants to defend the first Thor movie, they just no.
Defend the Hulk. I want to make sure that I'm not alone, alright? Defend Team Hulk.
This guy probably wants a petition signed for Hulk.
Well, he probably does.
Like
the Russo brothers screwed him over, yo. I don't give a damn.
Right? Alright. But yeah, so I said, as a comic book fan, I can easily and proudly say that the next I have faith in Marvel Studios and Kevin Feige for the next 5 to 10 years of the MCU. Even though we don't know what it is, I believe in them. Like I said before, let us know what you think. I cannot speak. I'm tired, guys. It's late. I'm sorry.
It's late.
Let us know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Ring the notification bell to stay updated on our future post. And we will see you guys.
Peace out.
Bye.